Hated it. Yeah, sorry. Apparently I was too quick on the draw and the look got cut off, which is very weird because I turned the mic on first, but nevertheless. Hello! That shouldn't be on the screen yet. Pay no mind to that. Happy time zone, everybody! Hello to everybody who's here, and hello to the replay gang joining later. The Pokédex. So that's a good thing that has happened this week. It's been months since that got updated. I think the last file was like October last year. So it's looking nice and full. However, I did forget to put an actual picture of the new Pokédex on this machine, so I can't just show you a still of it unless I do this. So bear with me for a second, this is going to get weird. We're going to do this. And that's as close as I can show you. to where we're currently at with the Pokédex, even though it's got logos over the top. At least it's big enough for you to see. So yeah, we are making quite a bit of progress there. We have nearly got some full rows. We have one full column, which is starting at Totodile at the top. And yeah, I just thought that was... Yes, and there is a 10-minute timer now, because I always play that 5-minute video twice. I always do. If I find that people don't like the 10-minute timer, we'll go back to doing 5 minutes twice, but I feel like the 10-minute might be helpful. It's still going to cycle through the Pokédex twice, so that you can see it from top to bottom twice, rather than going really, really slowly, because otherwise I feel like people might miss the one that they're looking forward to seeing, and then it'll be too late, because it'll be gone. Anyway, let's focus a little bit more, just a little bit more. Here is our board for today, and there is a theme, but it's kind of one of those themes where it's not really a theme. So the theme today is, I still have 5 Pokemon in my queue, that are unfinished and untouched from last week, though Mareep does have a tiny little jacket now, courtesy of Mr. Bones, and that means that I haven't done my homework, and homework is something that isn't necessarily the most fun to do, so today we're going to be doing Pokemon that aren't the most fun to do. Y'all, you have stumbled face first into Peoplemon week, and I feel like now's a good time to do it. We're 2/3 of the way through the decks, and I don't want them to, like, still be there when we're hitting the final 20 or final 10. So we're going to pick off at least one Pokemon today. I feel like Pokemon is the singular, and Peoplemon is the multiplicative. Multiplicative? Multiples. The pluralization? Yeah, we're going to go with pluralization. So yeah. Here we go. Let us start a poll, and you can pick 1, 2, 3, 4. There was a cable in the way. There we go. Splitting each group. Well, I did my best. That sounds painful. What sounds painful? Having a long to-do list? Because that's just life. That's fine though. I have been better this year about like having a little bit of non-work time, but unfortunately all of my work time was apparently needed, and that's why I've got all of these like videos coming out on Fridays instead of Thursdays. and I can't stay on top of the Pokemon to save me life, but we're getting there. We have completely finished Gen 1, so number 4 is not Jinx. We've already made Jinx months ago. These are all Gen 2 Pokemon. Purple Menaces have already won? Ah, yeah. Sorry, 4 is a gorgeous colour, but I have a strong allegiance to the BCB. It's been a really long time since I've fed either the Purple Menaces or the Boring Colour Brigade. So I'm like, guys, have it out. Decide on your winner. And I will deal with the consequences of that action. BCB, hold fast. Oh, yeah, no, PM1. Exactly. Come on, let's be real here. We all know which one is going to be picked. Number 4, we do. How many votes have we had in? Have we gotten a fair whack of them? We have had a fair whack of them already. So I might actually just. You guys have given a resounding answer to this question, so I'm just going to cut the poll here.
What's the theme?
I said the theme already. We're doing Peoplemon.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, honey, you can check Discord. I sent you through what each option is.
Yep, I got them.
Okay, so number 4 won, no surprises there, with 62% of the vote. Number 3 is 21%. Number 1 came in at 10%, and number 2 at just 7%. Now, so I will be revealing who is behind door number 4. But you see, y'all have been played. I know that you were going to pick number 4 first. And it turns out that there are only 3 Pokemon that really fit the theme today. So you all get to pick again. I knew if I made it a fun enough colour, you would definitely pick it. Another! I don't do that very often, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. But yeah, yeah, pick another one, folks. You can pick whichever one you like. There are Pokemon behind the other 3. Pikachu face. Rude! A little bit. Look, okay, we're about to spend the next couple of hours making people. I had to shoehorn some fun in somewhere. Here's my sheep. Oh, he's the naked sheep. Oh no! Shep, do we have a non-naked version of you? Come on. That's not where I keep you. Gets me every time though. There you be. It's okay. Meh. I don't want to put it over the top because people think we made that this week. How do I feel about the Gen 10 starters? Okay, I have such a huge amount of trepidation because I love the Gen 10 starters. I think that it's the first time in a really long time where I've liked all 3 of the starters on offer. However, I know we're all doing it. We're all eyeing off that Ponbon's cute little fluffy feet and how all 4 of them are currently touching the ground. And who knows, when you take a little puppy into your home, when you're going to wake up and suddenly there is like, what's his name? Incineroar now wants to sleep on the end of your bed, and that's just weird. Okay? We want him to turn into giant, puffy, fluffy fire thing, right? But all 4 feet on the ground. But, like, I love them. I do. And Gekwa, I love Gekwa. And Brout. Brout is such a cranky little guy, but, like, I've been burned before on cranky little guys because I loved Rowlet, and look what they did to my guy. They just turned him into an actual dude. And I actually took Mr. Bones on a tour of all of the starters over the years last night, and I was just like, and look, this one turned into a person, and this one turned into a person. And we were using the metric of if they got covered in mud, would it be weird to give them a bath afterwards? And it got weird. A lot of them get real weird. Because like something like Venusaur, you're allowed to wash that guy off. Incineroar, things start getting weird. You made a Ponbon plushie already? Wow, yeah, no, I feel like part of me is like, oh, I should do a video on that. And the other part of me is like, everybody already has. It's been 24 hours and it's done. They are definitely very much baby. Okay, Purple Menace is won again. From what I can see here. Oh, wow, yep, cool. We actually got more votes this time than last time. Brout kind of looks like a regional Rowlet. I agree with that. I'm just... The starting forms are all adorable. I'm nervous about what they'll evolve into, but I'm also someone who doesn't like to know until like it's happening. I don't know if I'm going to play that one because I'm sure I'm not really tempted to buy a whole console just for that game, even if it looks like it might be a really beautiful game. So we'll see, because I ended up buying a Switch 1 pretty much just for Scarby, and I don't really play it. I should have held out a little bit longer and just gone with the Switch 2, but anyway. Okay, so number 3 won with 58% of the vote, then came number 2 at 25% and 1 at just 17%, so thank you. Sorry, I'm just laughing at hose down, good grief. You guys have picked number 3, and there is actually a Pokemon behind this door, so let's find out who we're actually making first today. And y'all picked it. It is definitely the flesh tone of one little Tyrogue. No idea what colour we're going to possibly use for that flesh tone, because he is absolutely purple. But I don't have a purple that colour. I don't even have a purple close to that colour. But nevertheless, this is our... Is it our 67th? Or is my count off? Let me check. Where's my Pokédex? Wrong button. There he is. Nope, we're at 66 apparently. Okay. Well, this is our 67th, ticking us firmly over the 2/3 mark. Cool. And we will change our sprite. It's a rugby team. They don't stack very well. Nope, you go down there. That's where you belong. Yeah, okay, cool. We're nailing this so far. Look, guys, my camera found some actual pixels in between last week and this week. Turned out that the device needed a firmware upgrade. The focus might blip in and out a little bit. I haven't decided if I want to lock it yet, because I really like the fact that I can do this right now. Look at that. My goodness, you can actually see the stitches. It's not just a blob. Give it a second and it focuses again. So I like being able to do that, but I will lock it down if it starts like freaking out on us. I've lost my chat. There you are. Hello. Wonder if I could find a Gen 1 Pokemon giving a sassy finger shake of disapproval. Maybe. Is he playing rugby? He looks like he's a rugby fella. Alright, let's look at the reference images. Okay. Okay. I'll roll back. There's not going to be any consequences for rolling back on a ball on camera. I'm sure this will be fine. I don't have my marker here. I will deal with that in a second. For now, we just need to draw Tyrogue. Okay, so he has a ball for a head. He has a fin. We've got a couple of human eyes because he's just a man. He has the expression of someone who will never achieve their dreams, no matter how hard he works. Oh, he's angry I said that. We're gonna do safety eyes for him. Sorry. It's okay, he can't hear us. He's got headphones on. I don't think we're going to put him in this little weird bent over position, but I don't know if he's any better standing up straight, so I don't really know what to do here. I think we're going to go with like a seated type of thing. Got his little like wrap on. Then you got giant fluffy pants. And chubby little legs and feet. That foot's like facing the camera. You thought he was grey? I'm seeing pink and purple through everything. Sorry, I'll pull out of the dark spiral. I wasn't meaning to be. Wheel of Pain, remaining Pokemon that need to be worked on. Yeah, well, I mean, I got that list from 8 down to 5 this week, so that's not bad. And we're coming up on what I think of as like a short project week, which is a pattern video, because they tend to be much faster than spending 2 weeks making individual bricks. So, there's a chance that if I get that video wrapped before Thursday, I will be able to, spend a day just catching up on some Pokemon. And if that's the case, honestly, you might even find that I just come live and it's not going to be a chatty stream or anything like that. It's just going to be like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to work on them, and you guys can like filter in and watch or whatever. I'll say it on the Discord if I end up doing that though. You are getting the nub treatment, sir. I think your head is meant to be a little bit more oval than this. Folks, I need to go find a marker, so hold please. I will be back in just a second. The mic is on though, so you know I'm still here. Where the giddy aunt is that marker? Oh, there it is. I found it, and I'm already on my way back. But while I'm looking, I'm gonna grab some yarn because I think I know the color we can use. Oh, that's very peachy actually. What I need is that baby pink color. Where's that baby pink? Because it's got like a slight pinky purpliness to it. But I don't think I've got any spare. But I do have it spare. Literally just restocked my yarn. Where are you? Sorry, I'm hurrying. There it is. Found what I'm looking for. In there. Oh my goodness. Tyrogue color. Well, the closest we're gonna get, I think. Yeah. Ba, 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 ba. Ooh, rough start to the morning. So this is a color that you apparently can't perceive through the camera, but it's a very, very, very pale pink. But it doesn't have the same peachy undertone as like, oh my, okay. So in gaining pixels, we've lost a little color accuracy. Yeah, okay. That's funny. We had color accuracy for like exactly 1 week before we lost it again. And I will do safety eyes, I think. Because I've done them for the other babies, and I have to remind myself that this little guy is just a baby. He still has a lot to learn, even if he is completely willing to throw hands at any moment. Arms. These little sweatbands. Okay, unfortunately in prioritizing the pose here, I've nullified this exercise for what it actually is meant to be, which is giving me an understanding of what these shapes are, because instead all I've done is kind of skew them. Shiny is pale yellow and blue. Yeah, we don't really do shinies around here. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an option. What about grey? Well, I mean, I don't think the grey I have is suitable. Like, the grey is too dark. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna just see if I can tweak this a little bit. It's gonna get a little bit dark for a second, alright? And I'm not talking about the humour. Okay. That is a better representation of what the colour is, but I don't like how dim the footage is. So no amount of light seems to be able to fix that. So there we are. That's what the colours are. Okay, here we go. Just turn the lights back on. The pale pink is better than the grey. I agree. I was going to overrule you, even if you decided that I was wrong about that. Okay, so we need... Oh, look at those. His creepy little 3-fingered hands. Okay. Anyway, getting distracted. We have a head orb, which is very oval. We have his little head fin, which I will be doing as a separate piece, because I'm not lining up stitches. No, way too much effort. I will do the little things on the side as separate so that they like stand out nicely and we get some different stitch direction to help them have a little emphasis. The arms are tubes. Skinny little tubes. In fact, we might actually start with the arms just because how thick we can get them is gonna be important. And yeah, he's got his little wristbandies on. Look, okay, I could absolutely give him his creepy little fingers. 3 is just not that many. We can do that. His body we will do as a little shoulders into a waist. Again, different colour there. I think it's just white though. It's just white and hawthorn. There's my white. Where's my hawthorn? Over there, hawthorn. No, I feel like I grabbed you. Oh, we are a wee bit scattered today, aren't we? Where's my hawthorn? Okay, maybe I just used like a lot of it. So yeah, those are our 3 colours. I'm just a little bummed about the purple, because like the only purple I have is like very purple and it just doesn't feel right. Rummage. Because like it's Raikou purple is the purple that I have. It's actually showing up pretty accurately. You could possibly make the fingers picos. Yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of like a treble or a double treble. Because like, I think that'll be fine. Fingers are arm thickness, are they? Oh yeah, okay. That's fine. I can still do that. Would it be more accurate to give him very purple? I'm actually wondering if it is more accurate to make him purple. Sorry guys, I know I've gotten kind of caught in a loop here a little bit, but now that this thought has occurred, it will not be banished. So I need to clean this room. I cannot find me purple. I'm mad about it.
I see purple.
There's one there, that's not the right one.
Like that.
No. Alright folks, one more. Purple is better for sure. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's just like, it feels like a better match than the very, very pale pink.
There.
It's the wrong one, but thank you. That's lilac, I need wisteria. Or it's wisteria and I need lilac. I always get the 2 mixed up.
Those are flowers, not colours.
Hold on. We're just gonna do it because I'm clearly dissatisfied.
Oh, is the screen thinged?
The screen is thinged.
Ah!
Where is my yarn?
10 things I regretted 20 minutes later.
Look at the rest of this room, who cares?
Isn't that lilac?
No.
Oh no, that's distinctly a different tone.
Just to show you all what's going on here. These are different colours, okay? Okay. I'm coming back. My goodness, 2 breaks and I haven't even picked up a hook yet. Okay. Hi. Sorry, apparently I just need a second. Hi. I'm just gonna take a minute, just hydrate a little bit.
Currently dehydrating.
No, don't like the other one better, I just put it away. Y'all are trolling me. That's not better. This is better. This is a better match to the tone of it. See how he's kind of like almost a grey purple?
No, the other one's better. That one's better. Lilac.
Ooh, why are you all so wrong? Fine. Fine, you're probably right. I'm probably just being stubborn. Fine.
Speaking of telling you what to do.
Because I always take that so well.
The hands, his middle finger lines up with his arm all the time.
Oh, I wish I hadn't noticed that.
And so you can just make one really long finger
Just
and then have one other finger on either side of that.
Get out. I love you. You're right. I hate it. This little dude with his calf muscles and knees into his giant feather pants. Being wrong. No, you're wrong. Yeah. We need a better anagram for the purple menaces. Go ahead. Invent one, I will go with it. The brown is too dark. You're gonna be the end of me today. Alright. Okay, no, I was wrong before, so let's do this. Where is my other brown? I have latte here somewhere. My turtle has thrown this whole room into disarray because I used up all of my colours. I have brown, like a brown grey. I have... That's just more brown grey. I don't want to get up again. I've been up so many times. And y'all, the reason I turn the camera off is because I have to bend over to access the yarn. I ain't risking doing that on camera because, like, the world doesn't need to see. Where is my latte now? I don't need this. Here we go. Found it. You like this colour better? Chat, leave her alone. No, guys, I'm not bullied right now. We are fine. We're fine. We're just repainting the whole room. So, okay, not that one. This one's too dark? Okay, I can accept that. So now instead of being pink and dark brown, we're purple and lilac with white accents. This is probably good, okay? You have bullied me into making some good and healthy life choices. It's like forcing your kids to eat their broccoli, okay? It's just like, fine, you're right. Thank you for holding me to a higher standard. Okay, good. Alright, I think we're all on the same page. Unfortunately, this particular yarn is a little bit tangled. So now there's yet another delay cropping up, and we're half an hour in and we have not touched the hook yet, but at least I know where the hook is. And if you think I was just going to, like, cut this knot off for the sake of, like, 6 inches of yarn, you're wrong. That's not the game. There we go. All untangled. Alright, we have colours that we can all agree upon. Fantastic and phenomenal. Y'all, we need some names for this little guy, so do feel free to let Mr. Bones know what his name should be. And, I'm going to get started. We're going to start by making an arm, which is just going to be a little tube, and I'm going to calm down a little bit, okay? We're just going to adjust the energy here a little bit. We're a little intense today. Excellent. I'm getting a lot of nice positive, validation and feedback from the chat now, and I feel better. Yeah, I'm going to just try and build these. Like, Mr. Bones is right in that I could just create it as a giant finger, but instead I'm just going to try my treble stitch method first. That's more of a nub. We want more of a finger. And failing that, we can just make them as fists. He's a Pokemon that lends himself to having just nubs. We did them for Machamp and that whole line as well, so it makes sense. Hitmonnorris. Pain in rear. Something involving the typo rouge. We could call him, oh no, I suppose that's a different reference. I was gonna say, he could be Mulan, but I feel like that's just an entirely different reference, because Moulin Rouge. Someone said Bob. Oh, I like the name Bob, actually, for this one. Normally I push back a little bit on just, like, the standard dude names. And by dude, I'm kind of using dude as a gender-neutral term, I guess. But, like, Yeah, normally I push back a little bit on them, but like here, he kind of makes a little bit of sense. He just kind of looks like a little Bob who is not happy to be here. I should be writing this down. Current name list: Mike, Dave, Roger, Rugby, Brawley, Hitmon Norris, Payne in Ria, Rugby Rick, and Bob. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Me. I need to make a small tube. Also me. Magic ring of 7. In fact, I'm not even done. It's going to end up being a magic ring of 8. There's a single, double treble, single, double treble, 2 singles, double treble, and a single. The theme is Peoplemon. That is correct. It's a very long-winded way of saying Peoplemon, but it is Peoplemon. Alright, 3 creepy fingers. There we go, thank you. Then in the second row, I will remove some of those stitches now that we've got them, which should give the illusion of those fingers being a little bit longer as well. There we go. He's gonna look like he's grabbing something, I think, if I do that. Which I'm kind of alright with, but we could really get away with doing little fists. I maybe should have tried a little harder to come up with something a little bit more fun because I know that Pokemon's literally just had its 30th anniversary. And like, that's really cool. Wait, is it 20th or 30th? Surely it's no. Oh no, it is 30th. Okay. It's like, wait, no, 30 is too big a number. I was alive for it. It's like, oh no, I was alive for it. I'm fine. Hi.
Hey, I have a stupid idea that you're going to hate.
I love it already. Go on.
For the 30th year anniversary, next stream.
You want to do 30 Pokemon?
No, I was going to say, why don't we have nothing on the board and everyone can mention what they want and I'll record it all down like a name list.
Okay.
We'll have like 50 Pokemon. And then we can like vote that down and like, basically you'd have any Pokemon from any generation that has been crocheted already.
No.
Yeah. You could put it all into a spreadsheet, use a random number generator to go, this one, the lucky Pokemon we're going to crochet.
Oh. Okay.
And anyone could pick any Pokemon. Any generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had time to mentally prepare for that.
You could crochet what the evolutions for the little fire chihuahua should be.
No, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that you already can't Google them without seeing a bunch of like Fakemon, and I really don't like the fact you can't Google the starters that are already out and already have conclusive answers without you can't find the evolution photos, like pictures of the evolutions of some of the starters that are already out there in the world, by the way, because there are so many Fakemon of what they should be or what they might have been. And normally I love creative endeavors like that, but it was really frustrating to try and find actual pictures of their actual evolutions last night.
So Fakemon is not a good thing?
No.
Like most popular Fakemon?
It makes me ranty. Don't.
That was funny the other day.
No. Except Gen 1, Mr. Bones. That is correct. Nothing we've already made. Can't believe I've been alive for the whole thing. Yeah. We won't be doing a 30-hour stream. At one point I was thinking maybe about building up to, not necessarily 30-hour stream, but long streams. Like the first streams in this series were, I think we got up to like 8 hours on one of them, but like these days I'm just like, I got too much to do to put 8 hours of Pokemon on my plate. I'm very excited about the fact that Gen 10 and Wind and Waves, it seems to be like you're going to be like spending time underwater, because it was a mechanic in one of the games. It was cool though, you used to be able to dive under the water and explore, and it's cool that they're bringing that back. I'm not afraid of Giratina. I'm afraid of things like that firework dude who's just a bunch of random sparks floating in the middle of it in like a vague ball shape. Like, I don't know. Yes. Yeah. So I'm oh my goodness, I'm not making any progress. I'm not making any progress at all. So yeah, I have some reservations. It was a solid idea from Mr. Bones. I feel like you'll get quite excited about doing that. I will consider it and get back to you, because like I wouldn't mind doing something like that, but it kind of feels out of place in the scope of we're trying to get Gen 2 finished by the end of June. But that feels like the kind of activity we might be able to do in between gens. I don't know. I'll have, like I said, I will consider it. I'm not dismissing it. I think it's a good and entertaining idea. But it's something to think about, anywho. Have I taken this down to 3 stitches? Because I am evil. I'm evil and I need to be stopped. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yet somehow I have 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no. 4 stitches. We're going to change to our white to do our little fisticuffs. You couldn't hear most of what Mr. Bones said? Oh, yeah, no, he's not anywhere near the mic when he talks. He was talking about basically next week having just a blank choice board and then getting you guys to pitch any Pokemon you want to see made from any of the Pokemon that are left. I would personally ban regional forms, though, because they're not in the spirit of the activity. And then picking the favorites or putting them on a wheel, spinning it, and that's who gets made. And, like, yeah, I'm not, like I said, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a fun idea, but I'm worried about it in terms of the overall goals of this series. A little bit. Okay, and then his arm needs to be about that long. Yeah, those little wristbands aren't huge. White. 3, oh no, 4 front post. Crochet, and we're changing back to our purple to do just like 4 single crochet to infinity and beyond. Your only Pokemon games are Gen 3, the Gen 3 remake, Stadium, and Pokken DX? Or Pokken DX? Yeah, that would be fine though, because like, you could just ask for Gen 3 Pokemon, that would be acceptable. I'm picturing this as way worse than it probably would be. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, we've already worked into that one. It's just hard because it's a tiny little tube. There we go. Alright. You'd like a revamped Gengar? Yeah, honestly, Gengar being... Was he first? I'd have to go back and watch my own video to understand the timeline. It was either the Eevees first or Gengar first. And, I need to go back and revisit him because he was done at a time when it never even occurred to me that anybody else would ever be trying to use those patterns. I barely wrote him down as I went. And, he could use a little bit of a revamp. He could. So maybe in selective cases, we could potentially allow Pokemon we've already done. Though, again, that's not progress. I don't know. I'm now talking like we're definitely doing this, but I'm not... I don't know if I want to promise next week. Could do People's Choice of the leftover Gen 2 mons? We could, but that feels like less fun. And I'm kind of like... I'm completely open to just, like, scattering Pokemon around a little bit. It was Eevees then Gengar? Okay, yeah. So Gengar was like 6th. Gengar's pattern is an experience. That's what I mean. It's just like when I'm just working on stuff and it's not meant to be a pattern, I like just let myself do whatever makes sense. And so the project kind of evolves a little bit more naturally, which means it doesn't necessarily make sense in pattern form because I hate following patterns. It's just a thing. So I have to put like concentrated effort into making things patternable if I'm gonna make them as patterns. Should I be bending this elbow? Blacephalon, my nemesis. Get him off the chat. They do draw him with a white base, yeah. No, look, I know that hypothetically he's possible, but have you looked at all those stripes and spots? That is just a massive pain in the butt. Massive pain in the butt. You just rewatched the video the other day, the Pokemon one? No, thank you. Thank you, Cryptidly Witchy. That is one that I could rewatch without cringing back when I first released it. I like to think that that's still true. Gengar is one of my favourites too. I've got like a small handful of ones that I really, really like, and then I have another larger handful that if anyone asks me if I like that Pokemon, I would tell them that that's probably one of my favourites. Not because, and I would mean it too. It's stuff like, I adore Joltik, but sometimes I forget that Joltik is an option. Because he's so small. How much army does this little guy need? That's probably plenty, right? Attached at the shoulder, draped into lap, legs sticking out, body, head. That's probably plenty. I won't like finish it off super intensely so that I can reattach if I need to. That's my plan right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is the arm. Very weird to start with an arm. But we're gonna see how we go. Joltik mentioned. That's what I mean. He's a cute little guy and I like him a lot. But it's kind of like Mareep. I love Mareep. I do. I adore her. Unless I'm looking directly at her, I don't know if she's necessarily gonna like make my named list. Because like recently Magikarp has become like my goat. And that's funny because I always thought that I liked Gyarados more, but I actually think I like Magikarp more. If I had to wear a Pokemon on my t-shirt, I would be going for Magikarp every time. I think I just relate to the fish. Hey, that's cool. You saw a video where someone 3D modeled all the Pokemon to scale with one another and then walked alongside them. Yeah, initially I was going to try and establish a sense of scale with this series, and then I realized quickly how not possible that would be. So instead we're just going for like all vaguely the same size. Oh, Mimikyu, yes. Okay, with Mimikyu I have to be so careful when I encounter Mimikyus in the wild because oh my goodness, they run up to you and they just want to come home with you, and so I have to stay out of certain areas of Scarlet, because if any of them run up to me I'm going to catch them and they're going to just live the rest of their lives in a box, because what am I possibly meant to do with an entire flock of Mimikyu? But they run up to you and I'm not telling them no. You know what I mean, like, that's so sad. Garvantula is an acceptable spooder? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I'm working on the head now and I'm working from the top down, which is going to allow me to give him a nice wide face. All vaguely the same size, eyeing Metapod. Okay, now. Alright, some of them get out of hand. The cheek on this one today. You have a Magikarp laptop bag that you designed about a year ago. At this point, you're still getting comments on it. You named him Finn. Yeah, our Gyarados got named. I think he's back here. Yeah, you can see him. His name is Finito. So that works really nicely with Finn the Magikarp. She's like, yeah, I just like the fish. And I'm a little bit bummed because I only found out about the, I think it was Mega Bricks. Had like a Magikarp that you can get where like you can, like, it's like a buildable brick type thing, where you like crank a little handle and he flops. And I'm just like, oh, I want it, but I missed it. So of course now it's a collector's item, and it's just like, okay, no, we don't want it. Collector's item prices. Would have been cute though. I am tempted to go get on like Etsy or whatever and find someone who can embroider a Magikarp onto a shirt for me though. Out of hand? How could any of us get out of hand? Well, to be fair, none of you were really in hand to begin with. The name list has been winnowed down. So we've got it down to Dave, Roger, Brawley, Hitmon Norris, and Rugby Bob. Oh, I like Rugby Bob. Lego is now doing Pokemon. I think they look really ugly. I don't mind the appearance of the 3 on their big stadium set, but I don't have that kind of money or space. But yeah, no, the little Pikachu and little Eevee are hitting me weird. And like, I think that it'd be different if I saw them in person, because I have this thing with Lego where I think that I don't necessarily love it when it's photographed, but when I'm building it and after I've made it, or when I'm holding it and can like turn it around, I see what it's meant to be. But I have kind of a hard time with the 2D images of it. So, like, that could easily just be it. But they are, I don't know. If they did, like, a big Lego Mega, like, I would love a kit that was just, like, big Magikarp and then, like, a Gyarados on top. And I would probably pay a little bit too much for something like that, if I'm honest. But I just don't think it's likely. I think that they've kind of called their shots on who they think is going to be popular. And my little fish, I don't think he's getting much of a look in. I am seeing a tiny little pom-pom Joltik in the Discord at the moment, and it is so dang cute. Of course it was Beetle. Beetle, that's adorable. Rugby Bob is a great name, I agree. I would have to check on Dave, though. I feel like we already have... Oh, we have Dave-ogenes, the Mewtwo, so I'm going to nix Dave for this one. We need at least one generation separating some of those names, I think. You're giving up on naming him Kinap? Susan, I'm sure the opportunity and the right Pokemon will come along that can be Kinap. But, I don't know. Tyrogue just doesn't strike me as an inverse panic. Next crochet challenge. Y'all, I've been wanting to do robots or, like, something that can, like, move. Again, just, like, crank a handle and, like, it's got an internal mechanism type of thing for a while. But I don't think that's going to be next. I have a little bit of, scheduling pressure for March, so we're going to have a pattern video, which I'm still planning on being the chameleon, even though I haven't worked on it in 2 months. I don't know, I'll repattern it tomorrow and film it on Tuesday and edit it on Wednesday, and you guys can have it on Thursday. Welcome to my grind. But then I want to go away for a couple of days this month, and that kind of puts a little bit of pressure on stuff, because it means that I won't have the full length of time to do to do a bigger project, like a mechanized something. But I am hoping to still do a Pokemon video. There's episode 2 in Pokemon Black, and that's going to be, I'm going to film the gameplay for that on Tuesday, so at least that ball will be rolling. And then I just kind of have to work out what other video I want to do in March that I can maybe film realistically in a week. Yeah. I think your head's a little bigger than that. So full of yourself. Okay. That's a good point, Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones is worried that panic backwards might be something questionable and hasn't confirmed that it's, like, safe to use. It's kind of like how when you're like, hey, can you pronounce this word? I'm worried that, not that you're trying to trick me into saying something I shouldn't, because you're a real good people and you wouldn't do that, but more that in butchering its pronunciation, I'm going to say something that I shouldn't, not realize it. And it's just going to be out there in the wild, because when you're mispronouncing things, words sound like other words sometimes, and so we try to, Mr. Bones tries to protect me from that a little bit by checking and checking and checking. And so, yeah, the inverse of panic is still undergoing that process, I guess. Oh, Mr. Bones, you didn't realize it was panic backwards? I was sitting here thinking you... Oh, no. Oh, my poor skeleton might need a little bit more coffee this morning. Okay, that's probably big enough now. We are up to 18 stitches around on this head. And now we shall descend into the cheeks. But I'm going to use a marker, because I'm a responsible crafter. Bobbert. We could go with Bobbert if you want. I do like Rugby Bob. We do... I'm sorry, Bob. Oh, that's the Bob we have. We do have a Bob. We have Jim Bob the Jim Frog. And his puppet. Little bro. Jim Bob and Rugby Bob are different Bobs. I'm just going to make that call. I know I just said that we can't have a Dave because of Dave-ogenes, but, like, there's a very different vibe to having 2 Bobs in this context than having both of them be Dave. I'm fine. I'm good. Does the skeleton need a hug this morning? He might. I'll look into that on break. I should hydrate or dehydrate too. Oh, y'all, I'm excited. This is not exciting, but you'll find that you also will get to a certain point in your life when unexciting things become exciting. And I'm excited because yesterday we hiked our butts all the way down to the local mattress store and we bought a new bed. And it's not going to be here for like 2 weeks, so we're still sleeping on the old bed. But like, we got a new bed, and we've been sleeping on a double for like, well, for me it's been my entire adult life, but it's been a bit much with the enormous skeleton whose feet stick off the edge of the double had the patience of a saint while I adapted to the idea of this being a change that we're making. Yeah, we're gonna have a king size, and it's gonna be a game changer. I'm very excited. Can you dehydrate with an adult beverage? If you are an adult, that is your prerogative. Oh, we do have Bob the Boulder as well. My goodness. Okay, we have a few Bobs. Let me just...
We can have a few Bobs.
A few Bobs more. Okay, we have Jim Bob the Jim Frog, we have Bob the Boulder, and we have Sir Bobby Pin. We have 3 Bobs.
And we could have a 4th.
Bob is just Bob is like a medium. It's like the white paint. You got to mix it with other things. Like, none of them are just named Bob. They're all something. Like, we have Bobby Pin, Jim Bob, and Bob the Boulder. And this would be, I don't know why I'm working so hard to make this happen, Rugby Bob just for some reason goes. It's just like, you don't just have Bob, you have something. Like, Bob is the medium. Bunny Badger is jealous of the bed. We have a queen and a toddler that kicks us out at 6:30 every morning. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. We looked at getting a queen, but then we decided to treat ourselves to a proper adult bed, which I'm very excited about.
I had an idea for this one.
A dangerous pastime.
Streaming voice. I had an idea for this one.
Oh, what a deep, booming voice you have, sir.
I need to talk louder because otherwise I can't be heard.
Oh, hang on, rotate the mic.
Hello. Oh no, everyone's looking at me. Gosh.
They can't see you.
Yes. You instead of sitting like so, because you don't feel sitting. What if you did like? Not that there's anything wrong with sitting, but what if you did like? Ow. Sort of pose.
Oh, well, honestly, with the way I'm making the pieces, we could put him in any pose.
I call it the hero landing.
Everyone calls it the hero landing.
Because then he's got like 3 points of contact with the floor, which make him less susceptible to falling over.
Alright, Mr. Bones is pitching like...
Ow! Oh, in a mold.
We all are. I don't know, what's a hero landing pose? Like, out the back, like one hand out the back, and then he has like a torso, as some of us do. What do legs do in hero pose?
Oh, they do this.
Oh, they're bent. Yeah, I don't feel like making bent legs.
See, they're like 90 degrees. Which is good because it shows off his calves.
Or he's offering us an orange.
He doesn't miss leg day.
I think he might, actually.
No, look at him.
I think he skips all the days. Is Mr. Bones okay? He's fine. Mr. Bones.
He's trim.
Mr. Bones, they're worried about you for some reason. Could you please let them know you're okay?
I had a bath the other day and it turned all of my connective tissue into gravy and now I'm just a little bit grindy at the moment.
Important context. We don't have a bath.
We don't?
Where did I go just now?
There might be gravy somewhere in the house.
Oh, congrats, Pam, on making back your progress. You did that really quick. You said they were like 172 stitch rows, right? I've done like 10 stitches. Mr. Bones was off camera doing hero poses. He's often just off camera flexing at me, which is important. His facial hair is growing back, thank goodness. Or at least grown back enough that I now recognise him again. I get a bit weird about that. A good bone broth. Jackie, what's your cat doing? I want to know. I saw a great clip this morning. Again, it's on the internet though, so you can never really be sure if it's real, but I choose to believe this one was real. Or of a golfer who had like hit the ball and was driving up the little cart to go hit the ball again. I guess that's how golf works. And he stumbled upon like this cat who was just like madly having just the best time playing with his ball, and he was so angry, but it was so cute that he couldn't be angry, and it was just great. The skeleton has facial hair. This one did. He shaved it off, quite notably, in the middle of stream 2 weeks ago, sending my whole system into shock. Because I have a hard time if I don't see the transformation process. That I can't connect the new face with the old person. You make your cat wear his Gengar hat as punishment when he's being a menace. Mr. Bones doesn't need to see a doctor. He's fine. Percy, the boxer, used to drink the kids' bathwater. He was checking it to make sure that it's safe. We'd call it baby soup. Hi, Duchess Cassandra. Thank you for popping in to like the stream. Making a ton of noise at 5 a.m. in the morning, scratching at the cardboard box in the hallway. Sounds like that kitty is living its best life, and it's hard to be mad about that. Indeed, the rows are 172 stitches. It's half double crochet and really soft cotton yarn, so it works up quickly. Oh, nice. Good, good, good. Alright, how much face does the little dude need? Is that enough? If I stopped it there, would I be mad at myself later? I have to remember to put eyes in. That's fine, Duchess. I just appreciate you swinging past. Somehow we've ended up with this narrative that Mr. Bones needs help. He was joking. Pretty much everything he said was a joke, except for the whole I'm getting old. Because, like, my goodness, after getting back from the mattress store yesterday, which was about, I think we ended up doing about 8 or 9 kilometers all up, I think that was the oldest I've ever been. And I understand that we're always riding that, like, knife edge of the oldest we'll ever be. Oh, not be. No, sorry. Whoa, wow, that was dark. But the oldest we've ever been is kind of like the constant, persistent state that we're in. But, like, I was way older yesterday than I am this morning. Let's just put it that way. I don't know. Do we need one more? Just one more, Miss Swan? Plonk those in so you start looking like a little guy. I think they need to be closer together. Let's move them in a little. Oh, no, that one doesn't move in. This one does. And we'll do like a little white outline, a little angry eyebrow. They look off to one side. Stitch location is making this slightly tricky to line up. Beard has gone past the Velcro phase. Yeah. You're older than you've ever been, and now you're even older. Exactly. He has the eyes of a man. I need a picture of him looking straight at us. I'm gonna go back up, because I did not spend enough time looking at reference images, I don't think. Oh, his head kind of is droops. I didn't realize that. I can only really see it in the family picture Ginger's posted. My goodness, they're an odd looking family though. No, you know what? They draw his head a different shaped egg every single time they try. So any inconsistencies there are definitely on them. No, his eyes do go in the upper quadrant. I just don't think there's much I can do to make this guy look that good. So, on we go. But I have done so many rows that my sides have shifted. So, I think it's only by 1 stitch though. We'll just do that. Joltik is a good little guy to love, I think. Your birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Dead Girl 4871. And happy birthday to anybody else who has a birthday anytime soon. You deserve nice things, and I hope that you get a delicious dessert that matches your preferences. I'm encountering more and more people that don't enjoy cake. That's okay. That's fine. Cake's not for you. I hope that you have a tart. Or a sorbet. Maybe some kind of strudel. And may the fire be contained to the candles and not spread further. Come on. We snapped some eyes on, and I didn't make a note of it. Snap eyes on. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think the mic's picking it up, but we have a very opinionated crow outside the apartment right now, just screaming at his reflection in a window. That's funny to me. Two between. Cheesecake, yeah, exactly, there we go. Is GMA like grandma? Or is it like DH is meant to be like dear hubby? Mine's in October. Hope CK's October will be much better than last year. Yeah, me too. My goodness. It took me a second though, so you know that the trauma is healing. Oh no, honestly, it just seems to be something like, I think what it is that over Christmas I get caught up and refreshed and ready to go. And then by the time I hit kind of like that August through October stretch, I've like used up all of my bonus time and I'm primed for things to go wrong. You know how when you get like really stressed, you're primed to get sick? It's kind of like that, where like sometimes it's literal sickness and sometimes it's like, okay, I've been ignoring a little problem that's now turning into a bigger problem house-wise, or just like that sort of thing. I feel like the universe, as it were, just sort of adds up all of the tiny little things as we go through the year, and by August to October, sometime in there, the rent is due. So I think that's just what happens every year, and that's why things just get messy around that time. I'm going to try and plan for it to just be messy in that time this year, and I'm doing big videos this year, but I'm going to try and remember what it is to do a small video, maybe do some small videos, or book in or plan to do some small videos around that time, and just see if we can't like mitigate the disasters. Seize a little bit more control. Oh, can you hear it? It's real funny. It's just like, it's sitting on top of a neighboring building, at a part where it's like a concrete ledge and like a really reflective window that you can't really see into. And it just, there's two of them. They sit up there and they just scream at the window. But I find that entertaining. So it doesn't bother me. Your daughter doesn't like cake. Her birthday was a couple of weeks ago and she had a cookies and brownie platter. That's nice. I know, like, there's also the option of like a birthday flan. Your flan fan. That's a reference to something and I don't know what. Survived sharing a house with 2 sick people without getting sick yet this week. My goodness, Princess Blue Grace, that is a heck of an achievement. Not to be taken lightly. Happy time zone. Hope it's pleasantly cold on your birthday in July. Well, my birthday's in December, and it's an Australian December, so it's weird. I got used to, for like, except for last year, the last few years it had been raining on my birthday, and not like cold, but like raining on my birthday, which was like nice. I liked that. Last year it was hot. Last year it was really hot on my birthday, and I did not appreciate that. I want to go back to the rainy birthdays, please. Just closing off the base of the head. I could flare straight into the body. It does limit our posability. And I actually think I might want to sew the head onto the body so that I can get the head tilt exactly how I intend it to be. So maybe we will just finish this piece off. And it will be our piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, cool. So we have, what, 1 more of those? Your oldest doesn't like sugary cakes. She usually requests her favourite cardamom and plum cake from Grandma instead. You love spice cakes too, but what? I've not had a cardamom and plum cake. Plum is a very sort of deep sweetness, like an almost bitter sweetness. Almost, I think it's riding that edge. It's a purple sweetness. So it's an absolute delight. She has excellent taste, but some of her school friends are a bit confused every year. Anyone miss people blowing out candles and our minds not worrying about backs and viruses? Nah, because I was always that kid. It's like, I don't want people breathing on my food. Because the viruses and bacterias were always there. Sorry. I can see how, like, the longing for a more carefree time is absolutely a valid thing, though. So I hope you find some of that somewhere. Finish off. We have a head. Oh, happy birthday, Bunny Badger. I've already kind of done my generic birthday. Okay. Hello. It's Ditto when he's been through the washer. He hasn't been dried off yet. or Muck after his cleanse. Wow. Oh, it amused me anyway. Sorry, I bumped the camera. Bumped the camera a lot. It'll stop vibrating in a second. July is the start of winter here, but oh, thank you, Beetle. I appreciate you. So just no, he is, but it's definitely the Muck hand because Muck also has 3 fingers. You know what? I'm going to pin that in place, and we're just going to call him Mini Muck. Muckless? He's Muckless. Muck, but he's not toxic anymore. Muck after a trip to HR. I'm gonna just keep riffing on this joke until somebody confirms that I'm funny. Okay, there we go. What piece am I making? Excellent question. I think we're gonna do body next. Yeah, baby Muck, exactly. He climbed out of the ooze. He does. Muck is doing work on himself, exactly. He lived, laughed, and loved his way across Europe. Ah. Sorry, I keep whacking the desk real hard and it's just making everything shimmy. Feel like so many people have late Feb, early March birthdays and it's weird. Yeah, I have an older brother and a younger sister who were born on the exact same day in that February-March bracket, and there's, I think it's 8 years between them. It's a busy time of year. As a business management degree haver, that HR joke was hilarious. Thank you, Crafty Kitty. I have a diploma, I think it's a diploma in business administration. Now, his shoulders are much narrower than his face. In fact, this is the cheek Pokemon. Both on, like, he's got face cheeks and booty cheeks. He's just like the cheek Pokemon. He's all caked up. Now that it's attached to his head, it looks more like he's desperately signing for help as he melts into the paper. Oh no, I should have done this. It doesn't really read. It kind of looks like he's the little dude behind him is like holding him in his lap. Wouldn't his body be a tube as well? Yeah, a tube, but it's got kind of shoulders to it. But I guess attaching the arms gives it that shouldery illusion. It's a tube. It's a tube. It's a tube and it's narrower than the face. It's a 10-stitch tube. Go team. Hi! He's a cheeky fella. He is indeed. Technically, you'll have the degree after next quarter. Hey, congrats! That's huge. I recently found my uni degree. And by found, I mean sorted out at my parents' house. I'm just like, I should frame that, put it on a wall. Or something, you know? I'm trying to be better about like celebrating things. I'm not good at it. We're not going to unpack why, but I'm not good at it. And I tend to kind of just let a lot of things pass by unremarked upon and uncelebrated. I'm just like, I worked pretty hard for that piece of paper, even though it was a degree that required no exams and was thoroughly useless for most of my adult life. It's just like, but it's a cool piece of paper. Yeah, it should go on the wall. My play button should also probably go on the wall, but it's in the china cabinet. Now that's an achievement I'm actually strangely prouder of than my uni degree. Ooh, can I guess? I reckon for Mr. Bones it'd be like a strawberry cheesecake. Or some kind of berry cheesecake. He likes his fruity cheesecakes. Cheeky Charles? Your husband and dad share a birthday 10 years apart, and your birthday is the same as your grandparents' anniversary. Wow, okay. Think the YouTube buttons are harder to get than uni degrees? Well, I mean, you can't just pay for one. I mean, technically I could, but like you can pay for a second one once you qualify. You have to qualify first. And I think it also depends on the degree as well. Like, I'm not going to pretend that I have a very prestigious one. So. An option for spiked mon like Joltik is sewing eyelash yarn into the stitches. Crochet with eyelash yarn is a beast. I've never tried eyelash yarn. I will keep it in mind. Because like with Mareep, we decided to brush the fluff out. I still don't have a brush. Mr. Bones, could you please remind me to put that brush on the shopping list? It's clearly not going to be something I remember organically. I've been trying to replace that brush now for 2 months, and we're in March. I think if there's like a birthday phenomena where like if you have 26 people in a room or something, there's a chance that 2 of you will have the same birthday.
Birthday paradox.
The birthday paradox. It's 26, right?
The odds that you'll have 2 people with the same birthday goes past 50% when you have 26 people.
Okay, there you go. So there we go. The odds are kind of 50-50 that if you have 26 people in a room, 2 of them will have the same birthday. And that's just really interesting because like you'd think it'd be like higher odds than that. Lower odds than that?
Hence birthday paradox.
Yeah.
You asked me to remind you to get a brush.
This doesn't count. That's not fun. Put it on the shopping list, please and thank you. You came in here to remind me. Helpful man. I've done a bunch of rows. Diddly dee. I'm gonna sneeze. Don't want to. You stay in there. Oh, it's with 21 people. Okay. You're a twin, so you share your birthday with your twin brother. Yeah, okay, the odds are probably slightly higher for you then, because I guarantee you probably find yourself in the room with him more often than the average person would on someone on their birthday. Okay, I'm going to take that off your head. That's just not helping anymore. It's like the sword trick, that magic sword trick where they put someone in a basket and they stab it with swords. My finger is up inside there. I'm just being careful. Don't look at the light. You can kind of see where major holidays are based on my month. Yeah. Admittedly, I have an older sister as well, and she and I are... There's like a year and a chunk between us, but I think I was originally due like pretty close to her actual birthday, but then I was a month preemie. So, kind of threw all that out of whack. Purple fumble, exactly. Alright. Little man's coming together. He's looking like Randy. Just a little bit like Randy. That's that guy's name, I think. That puppet. Okay, I think that's the right length of body. So now we should change to white and do his cummerbund. Oh, looking light makes you sneeze. Yes, sorry, I understand. Yeah, no, sneezes are totally afraid of the dark. If you look up at the, it's looking up for me that does it, like the exposing of the underside of my eyeball. The sneeze will emerge. Maybe I'll do one more row of purple so that I can attach the white properly. Seven, I'll be back in a second. 8, 9, and 10. I mentioned that I had a business or admin-ish degree, but it feels like I took math a fair amount. Did I study math a lot in school? Oh my. The short answer is yeah.
We have recreational spreadsheets. Yeah, we like math.
I have always loved algebra and simultaneous equations. To me, they feel more like puzzles than work. I did do, you know, trig and geometry and algebra, not algebra, and what's the name? What's the name of that hard one? Calculus. And calculus in high school. But I have a degree in multimedia design and a diploma in business admin, and I think I have a certification in something as well. I'd have to dig it up. I have a certification in something as well that involved like Python. So it's just like I'm a bit of a bitzer. I'm good at solving the challenge directly in front of me, and I tend to direct a lot of that towards crochet these days.
It was data analyst of some sort.
Yeah, it was like, it's like my job title was like business intelligence and data systems or something.
Data analyst, programmer. Yeah, we like math.
Yeah.
I had an idea for your next video.
Okay.
On the main channel. Pom-bom pattern.
No.
Everyone's looking for it at the moment.
No. Pokemon. I don't do Pokemon patterns on the channel.
Okay.
Sorry. Hard no on that one.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a huge crackdown as well on Etsy that
tiny flaming chihuahua
that I'm aware of, and it's hitting the crochet community in people who have kind of flouted the IP rules a little bit. Like, they've released patterns, really good ones in some cases, for like protected IP, and there's been a massive crackdown on not doing that, and it's hit a lot of people who have put a lot of like effort and love into what they do, and it's just like, I know that I skirt a line, but there's a reason why I don't sell Pokemon patterns, and there's a reason why I don't put them on the channel as well. It's like, because I am stepping a fine line. You hate not being able to lavish your kids with presents? Angry Bear, when I tell you this honestly, when I think back on all of the holidays and Christmases that I spent with my family, presents don't register super highly as any of the memories. And you can take that information and do with it what you will. It's like they are happy memories for me nonetheless. I think that that's too low. Oh no, yeah, okay. Whiffed it. Like, don't get me wrong, I think kids will always be excited to get stuff, but I think that kids can tell when a parent is paying attention and cares, so. That's not sad, the end company is too greedy. No, they created something. They created something wonderful, and it is their, like, I get beyond miffed when people steal my stuff. I've worked really hard to create it, so I guess I can kind of relate to the idea of not wanting other people to steal your stuff, like, while also having a huge amount of empathy for people who put a lot of their, like I said, time and effort into creating the thing. It's just one of those things of just like, yeah, it's just complicated. It's just not one of those straightforward ones. It's like, on the one hand, if they, yeah, no, it's just murky, man. Alright, so I've shortened the torso by 2 rows here. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're only an hour and 20. We'll have him comfortably finished by the 2-hour mark. I'm trying to decide if we want to pick another person or pick one off the Just One More board, which we haven't seen in several weeks. Better. Naked Nora, I appreciate that. They have the right, but you're just annoyed at Etsy for choosing this thing to crack down on? Yeah. Etsy is not ideal, but I am guilty of, like, enjoying the fact that I can use their framework without having to maintain my own. It's like, I could probably have my stuff just on my own website at this point. A lot of the, like, Etsy tends to be real vague when they can get away with it as to some of the data which we should be allowed to see. Stuff like, though I guess some of it is international cookie law about what can and can't be revealed. It's, we can kind of see where people who look at our listings have found the listings from. And overwhelmingly, people find my listings through typing complicated knots into the search bar. But Etsy takes their cut. Which is funny to me. But also not funny, haha. But then there's also things... Where was I going with that? There's, yeah, but like, if you make a sale, it won't tell you the source of that sale, which is, like, really important marketing information. It won't tell you, oh, hey, that sale came from like that search term, or it came from like this link, because, like, I've got links in my videos and you can click through and I can tell sometimes who came through what link. But yeah, I think some of it is the fact that international law shifted around what you are and aren't allowed to track, and rightfully so. I don't like feeling like I'm being followed either. Like, I'm on the side of that. Like, the data would be extremely useful to me, but not at the expense of people's privacy. Because I'm not an evil corporation, or at least I'm definitely not a corporation. I'm working on the evil. But yeah, they used to share that information, and now they don't. And I know they have it. They're just choosing not to share it, and they're doing it to maintain power and monopoly over your store. Because, yeah. Probably just one more board, because it's been a while. It has been a while. I need to crack down on people using AI to make patterns. Yeah. They're just, like, AI images in general. I don't want to angry up my blood, so you guys mind if we don't talk about AI. I get real ranty about it, not in a fun way. Yeah. Hey, yeah, what's everybody doing, what's your home project? So that could be, I mean, I understand probably a lot of you are crocheting something at the moment. That is an acceptable entrant into the thing, but, like, is anybody doing any kind of home renos or anything like that? Because we're working at the moment because, look, we've kind of made our peace with the fact that the chances of us moving into our house, because I would love a little house or a townhouse at some point, are probably not high over the next few years, just because of what Australia's property market is doing. So we've decided to Mr. Bones came up with this idea. We're moving into our apartment. Like, we obviously already live here, but, like, we're moving into the apartment by just, like, going through things. Like, if we wouldn't pay to have it moved to a different location, we're trying to get rid of it or donate it or recycle it. We're reorganizing stuff. Like, we went through the kitchen last night, right? I found actual honest to goodness plastic bags in the back of one of those cupboards, and I'll let you talk about that in a second, love. He's got a new toy. And if any Australians here will know how bizarre that is, because those, like, we've literally put them to one side. I'm going to take them to the grocery store and use them to put my groceries in, just to see if anyone reacts. Because I think that'd be funny. All right, honey, would you like to show off your thing? He got a thing. He's very pleased with this thing. It's a big cast iron block, and it's so he can hand mill the flour for me. Up until now, he's been using a blend of, like, food processor and coffee grinder to make oat flour for me, because it's way cheaper to buy a bag of oats than it is to buy a small box of oat flour.
Yeah, it's like 10% the price.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper.
And so it's actually cheaper to buy an $80 manual hand grinding flour mill than it is to buy oat flour. And so it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and so he's been grinding flour.
What's everyone's home project going on?
Yeah,
at the
no, we
moment?
are. I've got some
Excellent.
updates on that.
Change the subject.
He was doing some video editing, and you're making a deal with a friend to get some Joltik cards. Ooh, you're gonna do like the complete Joltik collection, I think I saw. You're putting them together. I've been watching some Deep Pocket Monster, and I do like his competition vids. Like, don't get me wrong, they can be a little samey, but that makes them perfect to just like have on as comforting like campfire noise. Your daughters decided to swap bedrooms last week because Mo was always warm and Lily's always cold. It's pure chaos. Nekadora, I can relate to that because like I've mentioned this stream already. I have two sisters, and so like my goodness, there would always be two of us living in one room and one of us living in the other, and we that shifted. If we were getting along one day, everybody moved rooms, and if we weren't getting along that day, everybody moved rooms. Haven't written anything down, just need to focus for a second. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, they're just wee little brown pants. So that's the back. Get back in there. And we'll go single, crochet 3 together. Single, I'll do 2 of those. Fan art and fanfic is somewhat protected by not making money from it. Not many companies have tried anyway. Yeah, yeah. I consider what I'm doing here as like almost performance art. Okay, Crafty Kitty, I won't read that one out. Sorry, even just doing that was probably... I mucked that one up, I'm sorry. Starting a knotwork bear. Where's Mr. Bones' new toy? Sorry, he held it up. It was a big cast iron lump. It's quite heavy. It's one solid piece of metal. It's part of the flour mill. And if I convince him to pass it to me, if he walks past at any point, I'll show you on camera again. Oh good, he's making noises. He might be assembling it to take a photo of it. Partner is building a privacy fence in the backyard. Hey, assisting is part of the process. So yeah, anyway, we've kind of started moving into our kitchen, which is nice. We have like trash verge pickup coming up in the next month or so. So like we kind of want to be ready to get rid of stuff. That's part of what like finally spurred us to go and do the bed thing, which we've been talking about for a long time. All right, shall I? Oh no, you're gonna hold it up. This, it is a flour mill. It is heavy. It has a wooden handle. Look at this. Look at my handle. Isn't it wonderful? Bonk. All right.
It was pre-used, but it wasn't really pre-used because I didn't know how to use.
Yeah. You redid both bathrooms last year? Yeah, that'd be spendy, but so nice to just have things exactly how you want it. So yeah, anyway, after we do the kitchen, we're going to do the bedroom. And by do, I just mean like throw out the clothes that we've been storing in boxes and yeah. You simply cannot make up crochet patterns in your head, except for like clothing items. They're so much easier. Yeah, clothing's good because like you're just making a shape with yourself as the stuffing, as I said last week. But I couldn't make up crochet patterns in my head until I could. I used to do them on paper, and now I do them in my head. What are we missing for you? Let's do one of your face cheeks. I do have to specify. Oh, we are coming up on the pointy end of today's stream. Not of the stream, of this particular make. So well, the names are going to have to happen soon. Living room is still a work in progress. Yeah. That's that feeling. But it was nice to just like refresh the energy. And wipe down some of the shelves. Hadn't realized I got that bad. I cleaned out the pantry. My goodness, turns out we only have like one shelf of food in there and it's all spices and like rice and pasta. We tend to live off, we're very privileged, we tend to live off fresh food. So like the fruits and veg and meats and stuff, and that's all fridge stuff anyway. Night Breeze, thanks for hanging out. So not a lot of stuff that lives in the pantry. We have a snack drawer elsewhere in the house. It's safer that way. Why am I scrolling on Discord? Jen Whips. Oh yeah, okay, I want to see that. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a little exploration. Let's get distracted. Jen Whips, there we are. Oh, there's a cute little Flareon sausage. But that's from yesterday. I need to catch up. Meow. Oh, that's cool looking. The sheath is looking really cool. I'm very interested to know what a knotwork bear would turn out as, because I like knotwork and I like bears. I heard pointy part, not voting part. Oh, well, possibly. Who knows what I actually said? I suppose we're technically recording this, so there is potentially a replay of that. My goodness, look at how many pixels there are! I just glanced up at my screen. I'm just like, I can actually see this. Have we been half off the screen? No, we're not half off the screen. I'm freaking myself out for no reason. We're fine. I've got like a... It's fine. It's fine. Nothing's wrong. Oh no, sorry, I said pointy part. I said pointy part and then I corrected. I did say that. I said pointy part as in like the end, but then I corrected myself and said, oh wait, no, just of this Pokemon. So like the pointy part of the stream would be the end. The pointy part of this Pokemon would be the end of this Pokemon. Okay. Cheeks. I'm making cheeks. I'm fine, thank you, Princess Blue Grace. I know I get. Oh yeah. Good example. But we're gonna take a minute here. We're just like. Mr. Bones in the chat doing math. Yeah, I swapped to oat flour due to some ongoing disagreements with wheat. And honestly, it's not a bad replacement for things. It's just, it's not. You can't get nice, light, fluffy bread, but it's pretty good for quick breads, and I've found a way to make some pretty decent muffins with it. You don't even notice it in brownies. And it makes pretty good gingerbread too. Like, it's just, oat flour seems to be a really strong baking flour, but I've started doing a ratio of 4 parts oat flour to 1 part corn flour. Just like starting to play with like mixing things, and now we have a flour mill. I might try mixing in some like rice flour as well and just see. I know tapioca flour is meant to be a thing, but I'm very hesitant to try new things because you never know when you're going to discover your new allergy. Because like almond flour is just not a thing that we can do. We love allergy roulette. Yeah, honestly, my allergies have kind of become a little bit less specific. Growing up, I grew out of a lot of them. I had some really intense ones growing up, but these days as an adult, I put a lot of them down to just like living in a generally inflamed system. So it was like even just the slightest little bit of histamine and off I go. Whereas like managing inflammation has been able to help keep some of my symptoms and allergies and stuff under control, which suggests to me that they were maybe not real allergies to begin with, and were just like oral allergy syndrome or blah 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 blah. Take your allergies seriously, people. This is not medical advice, but just observationally over time. When I stay away from, I grew up on a farm, allergic to pollen and hay and animals, surrounded by pollen and hay and animals, and so like I was constantly in like that state of like allergic, whereas like I moved to a city and I don't have that like ambient hum of allergic reaction going on, and I'm less impacted by allergies in general because of it. That's, yeah. Am I allergic to this? I don't know, but let's find out. That's me trying peanut butter for the first time. The answers... the answer was a resounding, yeah, don't eat that. You need Lugia and you miss every stream. You'll better not miss Lugia again next time it's available. Well, Kitty Cutter, we're running out of other options here. I mean, we only have, what, 33 Pokemon to go? So, like, Lugia is one of them, and it's coming up. What colour are your feet, sir? They're brown. Making little brown feet. Sorry, Mr. Bones, did you post the name list recently? Because I'll get that poll started so folks can bash it out.
Yes. Close it again.
Oh. What are we talking about? I'm scrolling. I can't find the name list. I'm so sorry. There it is. Okay, so we have Roger, Hitmon Norris, Rugby Bob, and Knapp. Almost wrote Rugby Boob. No, y'all would have picked it. But I caught it, and so we're fine. Dang it, I can't find this name list. It's too far back. Roger Hitmon Norris. Why Roger? I missed the story, the origin story of that particular one. Cool. There we go. Hi, Leek! Oh, what a privilege. A long-term member of the replay gang has shown up. Just wanted to say, I've been rewatching the old streams. It's been so cool to see your progress as a talent artist. Bye. Okay. Bye, Leek! Welcome back to the replay! Roger is a good name. I just didn't know if it came from somewhere. Yeah, I can't do chickpeas, unfortunately. It's like, the limitations are real. I missed a comment up here that I was interested in reading, and now it is gone. I was scrolling back for names, and I realized how much I'd missed. And it's gone. Yeah, okay, so maybe I will investigate tapioca flour again. Purple Pinocchio, he's a real boy. There's a leak in the chat. Ah! Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Happy time zone, Coletti Spaghetti. If he does shadow sparring, he could be Roger. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, looks like it's another bob. I might have to crack down on how many bobs we end up with. Because the fact that we have, what, this will be our 4th in 2 gens. I can see that becoming a problem. Oh my goodness, did I not write anything down? What is that piece? That's the cheek. And it is only 2 lines. We're okay. We're fine, everybody. We're alright. Leggy. Magic ring of 6. And then we kind of want... Ooh, okay, we want kind of long at the front and not at the back. So we're going to just build this whole thing on a little bit of a skew width. No, we'll start from the middle and build out both sides. In fact, I've been using the same kind of shaping for like a lot of these pieces today. Which is instead of going... Like Magic Ring of 6 is the starting point, but then instead of going like increases the whole way around to go up to 12, I've been just doing like 2 repeats of a single crochet, 3 into the same stitch, and then a single crochet to go up to 10 instead. And I've used that for the head, I've used that for the body. It's like, yeah. Seems to be the shape this little guy is. Yeah, he's Pinocchio if his nose grows every time he loses a fight. But you don't have a nose. Exactly. Exactly. Do I ever lose? Who knows? You wouldn't have minded Rugby Roger? Oh, yeah, okay, that wouldn't have been bad either. But I think Rugby Bob is just sort of like... rolls off the tongue. I will push back maybe a little bit more unless perfect Bob names happen. Like, there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to pitch Bobbert for either sock or throw, because there'll always be Ernie or Bert to me. And so, like, variations on Ernie and Bert names will probably be all I allow in that poll. Shoe. I think that's a good size shoe. 2, 3, Have I thought about crocheting anything from Dungeon Crawler Carl? Yes. I have a very loose plan in place at the moment to do a Mongo Princess Donut. I don't want to call it like a sculpture, but you know what I mean when I say sculpture. It's me pointing at the background, not just like twirling my finger around in the air, like kind of like, you know, big detailed thing. That's literally a raptor back there. But it's not a Mongoliensis, and Mongo has actual artwork, official artwork out there now, so I have something to work from in May, because that's when the new book drops, and it's like, it'd be nice to like, I understand that when I started, like, woo, read this book, it was kind of a smaller deal and probably needed a little bit of a boost. Whereas like these days, it's just me trying desperately to like cling on to a juggernaut that it's taken off so far beyond anything I will ever achieve. But I still would be cool to like give a little shout out to the book at the same time. I think it'd be good. And Matt Dinnerman is very, very cool about fan properties as well. So there is a chance I would be able to actually convert that into a pattern, depending on how it comes out. And I got to look at that sort of thing when it comes to how I spend my time as well. So, yeah. If anyone's interested in geography and how scale is hard to feel sizes of in countries, I posted a link in the live stream chat that lets you compare country areas. Okay. Bernie and Ertie for sock and throw. You're excited for the next DCC book? Isabella, I have had the next DCC book, book 8, Parade of Horribles, on my e-reader now for like, it has to be 3 weeks at this point. I haven't opened it. I want to read it so bad that I've gotten myself deadlocked into an inability to open the book. And I think it's because I refuse to read it trivially. I refuse to just like chip away at it casually a half an hour at a time. I feel the need to like set aside dedicated time to like really just allow myself to descend into it and to let Mr. Bones know not to talk to me for hours until I come out the other side. But like, oh man, I'm having a hard time getting started on that book. And it's nothing to do with the book at all. It's just, I love that it exists. I love that I have it. Yeah. Because, yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, he makes the EPUB versions available on his Patreon. They go through, like, minor edits afterwards. He actually releases chapters as he goes. He's already writing book 9. But I don't read the chapters as they come out anymore. I used to read them as they came out on Royal Road because they used to just be a thing. But he releases them on Patreon as he writes it still. But, like, at the end, he puts up, like, a finalized EPUB, which is just an ebook. And you can be a patron and just get the book. And so I have the book. I just haven't got time to read it yet. But we will find the time. We'll find the time when we're through the Pokemon and this week's video. It's good. We're making it happen. 1, 2, 3. Do I like lit RPG books? Are you recommending Dungeon Crawler Carl to me? Hold on. No. Hold on. I have the rest too. They're just heavy. Did you see these? See these? Reading since they were on Royal Road. My name is in the back of this one. If anyone hasn't seen this before. I am Crawler 6972. Like, yes. I have read them. They are excellent. Everybody should seek them out and read them. All right, I'm done now. I'm sorry about that. Careful.
Do you want me to hold them all up behind you?
No, but I'm worried about them getting back on the shelf. Okay, so could you just put them somewhere safe and I'll shelve them again later. I've also been lucky enough to be able to get the signed versions of book 2 and 3 as well. And I actually have 2 copies of book 3 there already because the first one that got sent to me was bound upside down. So they just sent me a new one, but they allowed me to keep the old one. It's like, yeah. Like, no, you're not recommending Dungeon Crawler Carl to me. I'm recommending it to you. Sound Booth Theatre's audiobooks are excellent as well. That was actually the first way I read them. Sorry. Just like, yeah. You activated some sort of competitiveness in me and I'm just like, right, no, this shall not stand. Okay, and I'm good. You've pre-ordered the 8th one? Excellent. I haven't done that yet. I like them so much. I do. And it's like, I feel like as an adult, there are so few things that you get to be like this consistently excited about that then just like delivers on its promise. So like, I allow myself to be like childishly excited about it. And it's just like, I love it. I love it. I think it's so cool. And I think it's so cool that like, this isn't an author that was just an overnight success out of nowhere. This is a guy who was releasing stories on Royal Road for years. Years and years and years and years and years before he got like real, like super hardcore mainstream recognition. And like, he put the hours in, he honed his craft. And then in 2020, he happened to start this fateful tale of a dude and his ex-girlfriend's cat who end up in this dungeon. And that's all we're talking about, like the first chapter or two of the book. That's not really spoilery stuff. That's summary stuff. And it's like, he released that in 2020. Now, look at the year. It's 2026, barely. And book 8 is coming out and he's already writing book 9. And it's like, this is a dude who puts in the hours, you know? He works hard. It's just really cool to see that kind of success come to somebody who like, man, they deserve it. Like, so yeah, it's exciting. He's doing a signing with Jeff in Scotland, but I'm now in New Zealand, so I'm missing it. No! I'm the reason you started reading DCC. Good. Everybody should be reading it. It's good. You know, funny story. Mr. Bones got me reading it, and I don't think he's even read the last book. Calling you out here, honey.
Oh, I missed that.
I said you're the one who got me into Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because you were listening to it and I started listening too. But I don't think you've read the most recent book.
No.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to Scotland, get your book signed?
Well, I mean, one of them's already signed.
We can check out the castles while we're there.
But just, I don't know. I've got control issues. I don't like the idea of like subjecting myself to the whim of the airport security. And what if there are lizard people on the plane?
I mean, then we're getting off. Okay, you like to bet at me. I'm sorry. If someone stands up on a plane and then starts shouting, "I'm sorry, but that person isn't real. He's a lizard person," and then storms off the plane.
That's too specific, honey, because that person was having a genuine mental crisis at the time. I
If
believe that's how
someone
they've
stands up and
defined
says,
it.
That's a shark person.
Yeah, no, but like it's kind of like a Final Destination type thing. If someone says, no, we need to get off this plane, I'm like, okay, I'm off that plane.
It's like, but my like threshold for believing random stuff is very low when I'm on an aircraft.
Yeah.
So yeah, no problem.
There's a gremlin on the wing. That's one good thing 2020 brought us. Andy, I like to think I'm another good thing that 2020 brought us, because if I wasn't working from home, Complicated Knots would not have gotten started. I started writing my own patterns in April 2020, and I put my first video out in July or August of 2020. And we're turning 6 this year. So yeah, things don't have to be all one thing. Things can be absolutely horrific, bad, terrible, horrible things, but there can also be good things. There can be good things in the mix. And it's important to train yourself to look for the good things, not at the exclusion of staying aware of the horrible things, because I think that an awareness of the horrible things is important as well. But yeah, you're allowed to like train yourself to look for the good, happy, quiet, positive moments too. And 2020 was a year like any other year. Well, in some ways, in the sense that there was probably just as much like good. There was just an overwhelmingly increased amount of bad that year as well, so it kind of drowned a lot of it out. Why would there be lizard people? It was just a reference to a conspiracy theories about lizard people running the world. Like, that's all. I just picked an arbitrary thing. It could have been vampires, could have been hobgoblins. You've been here since 2022? Yeah. Yeah, I think I hit like 1,000 subs in by the start of 2023. And I was at 100,000. I think I've been there for like 2 years now. I think it was January last year, or maybe it might have been the year before. Anyway, I basically I had 1 or 2 videos go real popular, and then we settled back down into a nice, normal, sustainable thing. And I've changed to purple at one point, but I don't know why. Purple. There we go. Do a couple of rows of this. Patreon about that long too? No, well, I mean, I appreciate anybody who's part of the Patreon. I really do. Patreon is one of the main reasons I can do this. YouTube fluctuates a lot. Etsy, since I've started to step back a little bit, like I'm not planning on removing myself completely from the pattern space, but like I've definitely withdrawn a little bit and I'm limiting how many I put out. Like Etsy isn't really a super reliable source of income, but it is a quite a big time sink. So Patreon is the reason why I can make the videos that I make and spend my time doing this, and I really appreciate it. Yeah. You started watching last year because of Pokemon? Yay! You chose a great time to join last year. Like finishing Gen 1, I think was my signal to the world that like, no, this challenge is happening. Like we are working on it and we're not giving up yet. Though, I mean, with Gen 10 coming out in 2027, there's no way I'm going to finish all of the currently existing Pokemon by 2027. So like, they announced the 3 starters, right? So like yesterday, I lost progress on on our Crochetdex. Unless I make 3 Pokemon today, I don't even break even this week for the number of Pokemon we've made. Which is just like, okay, cool. So this is the part of this challenge that we're in now. The part where it was just Sisyphus pushing that boulder up the hill. This is your first time joining a stream? Hey, welcome, Donnie the Turtle Nerd. It's a great name. The pigeon head takes up so much space in the house. Oh no, who mentioned the pigeon head? Mr. Bones, did you just bring that up on your own? Yeah, Angry Bear Ironworks. I feel like yours isn't like an isolated story, though. I'm a little bit like confused about it. It's just like the idea of like someone's watching it and their partner is just sort of like ended up attached.
It was Bunny Badger has been here since the pigeon head.
Bunny Badger? You might be the person in chat who's been here the longest. Because that pigeon head was like the 3rd video.
Technically Bunny Badger, I don't think Bunny Badger's in chat.
Oh.
That's Angry Bear Ironworks' partner.
No, I know.
Good.
Of course I know.
Cool.
The bear and the bunny.
Well, fine.
Yeah.
Ah.
What's the problem?
Ah.
Yeah. You love the pigeon head. I can't bring myself to get rid of the pigeon head, okay? I did end up frogging the little frock thing that I made to go over the top, like the apron thing. Just because like I wanted to reclaim that yarn, and that's all been used for a long time now. But yeah, the pigeon head itself is just one of those things where I'm like, things are only embarrassing if you're embarrassed. But that's just, put it away. Please put it away. But like at the same time, there's a little bit of cringe involved with it, you know? Please, I know I saw him. I would like the pigeon head to go. Spent the last month rewatching all the old streams to catch up. Hey! Have you noticed a shift in the lighting and video over the years? Yeah. No, that's awesome. It's cool to know that there is some rewatchability here. I have a hard time watching myself, but I think a part of that might just be I already have to watch myself in long form as I'm editing every week. And so like when you spend that much time around your own voice, it's no longer a campfire voice. It's more of a activate work mode voice. Your first video was the 1 hour, 10 hour, 100 hour. Oh man, I liked that video so much. I've been trying to get back to do that challenge again since I put that video out. To the point where I even filmed a 1 hour mushroom dragon years ago. And since then I've used that concept and produced a different mushroom dragon, and like that little guy will never see the light of day. I used to not be able to do as much in an hour as I can do now. Let me put it that way. But like, man, I want to do one of those. I can't do that in March. Maybe in April I can do one of those. I can find 100 hours in April, surely. Did the pigeon ever get named? The purple pigeon? No. I used to say at the end of all of my videos, oh hey, let me know what names I should use at the end. And like these days if I do it, it's just old habits kicking in. But let me tell you, despite my best intentions with saying that, I realized after a while that y'all would remember the names that were chosen and I don't. So it just became like this horrible trap I was building around myself, which is why I don't necessarily focus on like, hey, name this creation. Because like even Shrimpy behind me, I think his name is Arthur B. Shrimpington. But I feel like if I went back, I'd discover his name isn't Arthur B. Shrimpington. And I was always just calling him Shrimpy for short. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Andy. That's really sweet. I know I come real close to complaining sometimes about the workload, but I want you to know that it's with a huge amount of gratitude. It is a privilege to work this hard, and to be in this position. It is, and I am grateful for it all the time. It's just when we're hanging out here on stream and it's just us, because there's just not that many of us. It's just us over here in this quiet corner of stream. I'm allowed to be like, y'all, I'm working too hard. But it's worth it. My goodness. The axolotl was the first pattern you've seen. Gave it a try and had to go find some of the other patterns. Yeah, sorry, are you Mikage? Mikage or Mikage? My a little bit of Japanese knowledge is kicking in and I'm not quite sure. But yeah, no, there's been a couple of axolotls, but I assume you're talking about like the OG smiling axolotl, back when I was obsessed with those little dimple mouths. The name vote is still up, but because I'm just still working on the leg, I thought I'd leave it. I think that we have a pretty... Oh, Cooper is a great name. So, like, that's a great name for the pigeon head. I hope I remember it next time that comes up, but the chances are I won't, and I'm just going to feel bad about it. Cooper is a fantastic name. We should name Pidove Cooper. That'd be cute. I'm going to write that in right now. Pidove, where are you? Pidove, there you are. Cooper. And I put a little question mark at the end to remind myself that we had a suggested name. Archibald Shrimpington. Thank you. I knew it was an A, like an R name, like a pirate. R. Archibald Shrimpington. Yeah, but I've just been calling him Shrimpy. And I was just like, I knew that that was his name, but now I haven't really interacted with him in a little bit. And a couple of weeks. And just like the name itself gets kind of lost to the sands of time. We do have a Sheldon Cooper. Isn't that Shelder? Or that was one of the name suggestions for that. But I do like Cooper for Pidove, and I feel like Pidove is far enough away. It's what, Gen 4? Gen 5? That we can get away with it.
I attached the name Cooper to the bobby pin to the head.
Oh,
so we don't forget.
Thank you. Susan, let me just stop you right there. I appreciate the enthusiasm that has been brought to the idea of a 100-hour challenge, but I am not doing it on stream. New. Yeah, nah. If I spend 100 hours on a project, I need to be able to make money off it. That's the raw truth of the situation. And I was like, yeah, I can't afford to put 100 hours into a stream at stream money. It would have to be like a properly filmed video, and this just does not lend itself to that. Maybe for like little like working shots, I could do part of it on stream, but maybe not start to finish. And that's probably what you meant. I've just realised that. Oh well, I went awfully mercenary just then. I haven't written down any of this leg. Let's just fix that. Brune. Did I do front post first? I did. And then I did 6 increases to get us up to 12, and then I did 12 single crochet for how many rows though? 2 rows. Now we'll do 6 decreases. You were thinking the 1 in 10 hours. Oh, okay. As I said, I found my way through to like I think what you actually intended. But at the start I was just having an allergic reaction to the idea of sitting here for 100 hours on stream trying to get anything like big or cool. Oh, thank you, Fiber Therapist. I appreciate you as well. This is just... Yeah. I find I really like these streams. These streams are good social contact for me without going too parasocial on you guys. No one ever warns you. Like, I heard so many warnings about y'all becoming parasocial with me. Nobody warned me that I was going to become parasocial with all of y'all too. Because it's happened. It does. It happens. And It's just like, this is good, healthy social contact for me. It's also helped fix my relationship with YouTube in general, because I was having a hard time when it was just like an amorphous block of commenters on the main channel, because like, it doesn't matter if you see 100 positive comments, that one person who's just being a bit of a snarky so-and-so, it's easier to believe the mean comment or the rude comment or like all that, and it just became like this weird thing, because you see the comment section is like one person who is like love bombing you and then being mean, and it's kind of abusive. And being here on stream, it's kind of shattered that completely for me, because now I can tell that I'm interacting with individual people and like getting a vibe for like who these individuals are. And even though there's like this wonderful little small cluster of us over here that is not like all of the people over there, this has broken the like abusive relationship I was having with the comment section over there. So yeah, it's your Saturday night routine to enjoy stream and then sleep in on a Sunday. That sounds nice. We have a leg. I actually think we're done here. We've made one of each piece except for the little head frill. There you are, Mr. Booty Shorts. And I gotta tell you, by the end of stream, I have completely run out of words, which means my internal monologue completely comes to a screeching halt. And I enter what I call mollusk mode, completely smooth-brained. It's just such a peaceful place to be. It's so quiet there. It's the only time I get to that state is after I've spent like 3 to 6 hours just talking constantly. It's just like I run out of words, I run out of thoughts. Sometimes it hits a little early, and I start running out of words and thoughts near the end of stream, which is why sometimes the end of stream, not the weird part of stream, we love the weird part of stream, but sometimes the end of stream gets this like weird kind of like trailing off type of vibe to it. It's because I lose the ability to string sentences together. I'm just like, I think we might be done here, guys, let's go. Alright, we have you were right about the purple and the brown. Can I say that? You were so right. You nailed it, you guided me correctly, and I appreciate you all. This would have looked wrong in any other colour combination. Your comment section is almost all people cheering you on. Higher percentage than most creators work with. Yeah, no, Drac. I know. There has been a noticeable drop-off in the kind of comments I'm talking about over the last maybe 2.5 years. I actually was saying to Mr. Bones just the other day that I haven't seen one of the comments that used to like give me like an electric shock in a really long time. But I think part of that is just that I was like, if I didn't consider it to be valuable criticism, if I thought they were just being like rude, I would just hide them and they're gone and I don't have to deal with them anymore. So like if there was a couple of them in the mix, I don't see them anymore. But yeah, I think that it's the perk of not necessarily having your videos boosted to that huge celebrity status scale, is that you don't, like, our community is a nice healthy self-cleaning organism. We love us a self-cleaning organism. The Discord too. It's just like, you guys are good people and you look after one another, and that's really good. I am one of the people and I also get looked after. I'm writing this down. The name, you guys chose Rugby Bob at 46%, then Hitmon Norris at 26%, Kinap at 14%, and Roger at 14%. So the name here is Rugby Bob, and he'll be sitting, because sit him is better than stand him. And we'll pop him to one side. I'm going to go for a little break, not because I feel like I necessarily need one, but I kind of just like want to walk around a little bit just to like put off the fact that my back will cramp up in about an hour and a half. So I will throw you to the break video, which now goes for 10 minutes. And if I get back early, I get back early. So let's do that. Oh, I'll start the next vote. Start the next vote. Alright, so we discussed picking one of these two, and I think, folks, I'm gonna make you pick one of these two. Like, the theme is Peoplemon. Let's knock 2 of them out. It'll be great. Beetle gets it. Sorry, I'm just loving the idea of like, we eat the rude ones, tasty. Yeah, start a poll. Alright, you can pick 1, or you can pick 2, or you can pick, no, you're wrong, let us revolt. I ran out of characters. I was gonna, oh, that's gonna just make you pick that one. I warn you, I'm still going with whoever wins out of 1 or 2, so use your vote wisely. All right, there is your vote. I'm going to go for my little break. Let's put a little box on the screen. Little box on the screen. Move this down so it's in the little box on the screen. And I will see you guys soon. I'm being accused of all sorts of things in chat at the moment. Just like that apparently I wanted a tie, and that I wanted the revolt, and that I had plans, and like, y'all think I put way more thought into this than I do sometimes. Oh, alrighty, let's close this vote and see what mischief y'all have been perpetuating. I see. So you guys chose option number 4. Throws down into smoke bomb. Distraction, our boy. Guys, I gave you another option. You didn't have to do this. Sorry, just for anyone listening only, the poll results are in. Y'all have voted 42% for number 1, 42% for number 2, and 16% voted no, you're wrong, let us revolt. Hi.
Option 4, you could give him some more neck.
No. He's your fingers poking through the mouth a little bit. You've been a little rough with him, maybe?
Maybe.
Stretching him over the mug?
Where's the mouth?
I just saw your fingers sticking through in the corner of the mouth.
Oh.
Oh, it might have just been pink. It might have just been pink showing.
Just pink.
Okay.
But just...
Sorry, everyone's having a reaction right now. Was third choice the Pokeball? No! The third choice was just me saying, I originally gave you guys the choice of going to the Just One More board, which, let me open it so you can see what I'm talking about. The Just One More board, right? I was giving you guys...
I was doing a face reveal.
I was like, but I told you that I didn't want to do that. I want to do one of these ones, but like I thought I'd give you the option because I thought that'd be funny. This is... Oh, you guys are annoying. You're annoying. I don't want to make choices. I'm not here to make choices. Who has a coin? Who has coins anymore? We read between the lines you wanted us to revolt. Sure. I mean, it's content. Like, it's inconvenient. Okay, we have a coin. Y'all, this... Oh, you cannot see. Y'all, this is what a 50-cent coin in Australia looks like, in case you've not seen the delightful oddity that it is. Let me just... heads is 1, tails is 2. I don't know how much of that flip showed up on any of the cameras, but... Tails! We're making number 2. Option 4, we don't accept you. Yeah, instead of choosing the option where you got to say you were revolting, instead you just revolted. Alright. The coin flip said to do the door number 2, so we're doing door number 2. Oh god, I forgot it was this one. I don't want to. Let's do it. We've picked Hitmontop. Go team. See what you did? See where we are? Now no one's happy. Well, sorry, 42% of you are happy. That's the sound my brain's making right now. Let's change you over to the other spinning menace. Sorry? Oh, sorry. His design is bad and he should feel bad. Also, he is particularly hard to get the evolution, because you have to like balance the attack and defense stat perfectly, and we already don't want to be playing with Tyrogue, and then we have to play with him even longer until we can balance the stat. So he's annoying, and I don't like him. Yeah. Apologies to anybody who, if he's your favorite, good news, we're making your favorite. Kicks Tyrogue in the head. Pow! Just gonna clean up here a little bit. Oh, I've already got the colours I need. I'll use the same brown of Tyrogue's pants for his flesh, the same white for the same little wrist and bandagey stuff, and I have sacks here from when we were working on a reap last week, and so we've got our colours pretty conveniently available. Coordinated chaos. Everyone's very proud of themselves. Oh, bye Drac. Thanks for hanging out. Current name list. Poorly designed, annoying, nobody likes him. No, that just makes me feel mean. Take those away. We could name him Revolt, though. Or, because, okay, here's the thing. To evolve into Hitmontop, you have to balance the attack and defense stat, and in order to make Hitmontop, you had to balance the pole as well. I feel like there's something there about, like, making it a tie, coordination. Like I feel like we could reference both of those things if we work really hard at it. Dreidel is the obvious name. Yeah, probably. Jack the ripped Beyblade. Revolution, Carl. Okay. Alright. I'm a drawer. I'm gonna draw the little top. He's so not a top. There we go. He's gonna go right here. I don't know how to... Like, do I make him on his head? I spat a little bit. Sorry. He does. Even Steven is fun. Libra? Libra makes sense too. I need some reference images, folks. I can't work with this just the main profile pic. He's upside down and it's giving me a very weird sense of anatomy. It's more like anatomy. I don't know what's going on. Because I don't think he's that complicated. I just think they've made him upside down to confuse and infuriate. And it's working. I need to find a way to turn him back up the right way. Put him in a handstand. Oh my goodness, you know what I'm going to do. I have to put him in a handstand. And it's going to be funny, but I'm going to be annoyed about it the whole time. So you'll get ready for that. Mr. Bones, did you turn him upside down?
Yep.
I just wasn't sure if he came that way naturally or not. Oh, and he's got a tail. Yes, that's what that is, a tail. Okay, this is going to be funny. Y'all brace yourselves. There's a chance that he might get carnivined because I found my angle of approach. Not my actual angle. But it's a triangle. As we're going to give it our best shot. I still don't know what the head flaps are meant to be, but I'll look at that in a second. Put a rock in his head. Yeah, I'm going to put a weight in his head and he's going to be doing a headstand. Because I'll use his arms to brace. At least he's well behaved in the sense that he just has little balls for arms. Okay, my headcanon is even he's confused as to how he got here and why he's up this way. The fact that there's a point on top of his head is just a little bit of a... It's flipping me off a little bit. Just because if that wasn't there, my plan would be a lot easier. And I don't appreciate them making my life harder. The question is, who fits odds, Stephen? I mean, yeah, these are the questions we should be examining. Who else will answer these questions if not us? You know what? Blocephalon. Blocephalon is an odd Stephen if I've ever seen one. Yeah. And we have a tail. What a tale to tell. And we have a leg. That's it. Yeah, Mr. Bones, I don't like that name list. I know that they are all statements that I made, but it seems really awful to see them listed out like that. And now to transpose him so that I can actually make sense of what it is we're looking at. Do his hat flaps don't extend around the back, do they? They're just side flappies. He's just a little goblin. No wonder they always show him upside down. Hey, mate. Look at you. Little man. You don't even feel like a peeplemon. Oh, these come down a little bit further. I'm going to do the flaps as like separate pieces, so I can just make like this knobby bit. And the spoke in the middle of the head is just designed to infuriate me. Maybe I build that in as well. Oh, he does have like a ridge. So maybe that forms part of the flaps. And we make a flap piece that's like... And then a point that goes on top. Okay, that's the plan. And then arms are bommy knockers. It's just a ball and a tube. And kickers are balls. We can start with a little magic ring of 6 for the foot pad. Work the toenails in as we go. Make the feet up to 9 stitches around and then just tube it. And this little bib we'll make as a separate piece as well. Now, just to clarify here, one of these is a flat triangle and one of these is a cone. They are different. Jiminy. You want to name him Jiminy as in cricket? Always let your conscience be your guide. Yeah, I was wondering if somebody would make a Beyblade joke, as in like he's Bay. But I didn't want to like seed the audience. Let's hold off, because like if we want to use Beyblade, we have to find out first if we're going to love him. We might not love him. If he carnivines, Beyblade becomes a top contender. Just like, look at his little face. I'm just picturing him with his like little arms.
There's an alternative way you can crochet him, which is rather odd, and it's in Discord at the very bottom.
Okay.
Because he has a different animation that he plays. It's the infinite spin.
He's spinning to winning! Make a shadow on the cone, okay. Better? Oh, Jiminy Cricket because I feel bad for speaking so honestly, maybe. Oh, okay. So the Carnivine effect came about as one of the early Pokemon videos where I happened to be making Carnivine. I didn't really think very highly of Carnivine. I didn't hate him, but it's just like I'd never really given him any thought. And basically, after making him, the process of making him made me love him in a way that boosted him so far up the rankings, it was kind of weird. He's in a box, honey. And so, like, since then we've Carnivined a few of them, and it's Pokemon we either feel, like, neutral or, like, slightly negatively, or we hate. But then in the process of making them, we find the love and the little soul, and we start to love them. And so the Carnivine effect is something that's, like, I feel like we haven't done one in a while, honestly. So, now, is he this brown, or is he flesh? Oh, you found him! He's our boy! This is Carnivine! He's really happy! He's just a happy guy! Yeah. And he... I'm not doing all that on purpose, he's just sort of flopping around. Yeah, he's just got such joy to him, it's hard not to react to it, and it's made Carnivine further up. Like, if I had to rank all 1,000, Carnivine leapt about 800 places up that list. Oh, he's in a box? Yeah, sorry, Mr. Bones was looking for him and I just thought I'd let him know. Yeah, all of them are in boxes. Are you kidding? There's hundreds of them now. He's quite firmly the brown? Okay. It's a different kind of flesh. I just like saying flesh. I understand that this is not an all-encompassing flesh tone. I just think flesh is a fun word to say. Not flesh. Okay, we're not going to make him flesh. That is a very fun Muppet. Yeah, he's a cutie pie. Yeah, they both are. Exactly. Dark brown, the boy. Okay. Alright. I am starting by making this head and body piece, and I'm going to make the head bubble in our flesh tone, and I'm going to make the body bubble in Sax, which is this colour. Okay, that one is cute. You find Carnivine weirdly creepy though. It's like, okay, but Would you say that to his face? When he's looking at you like this? Hi. I still love him. I do. I was at risk of turning him into an earring at one point, but I was afraid he'd get damaged with use. Carnivine has Muppet energy, he does. He's right up there with what happened with Tyranitar, who just turned into an absolute Muppet. I hadn't quite nailed how to make that kind of mouth yet. Don't know if I have, it's been a while. But yeah, accidentally Muppeted the Godzilla guy to the point where we actually ended up naming him Muppet, I think. Don't know why you were surprised at there being hundreds of them. I think there's like 200. Hang on, I'll give you an exact count. We are currently we're currently working on number 289. 289. Which will be... Okay, at the start of this stream... No, this time yesterday, maybe. Before the recent Pokemon announcement, we were 28% of the way through the decks. Then they announced 3 new Pokemon yesterday, who probably have 2 new evolutions, but we haven't seen them yet, so they don't count. They announced 3 new Pokemon yesterday, and we are only ticking off 2 today, which means while I started the week at 28% of the Crochetdex done, we're going to finish the week at slightly less than 28% of the Crochetdex done, despite having made Pokemon. Welcome to the next 12 months of our life, as every time we tick one off, 3 new ones are announced. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alpha Carnivine in Legends Arceus is quite terrifying. Okay, I haven't played that one though. Has Carnivine been named? Surely. Surely he's been named. Let me find out for you. Okay, y'all. Carnivine does not have a name. Would you like to name him? He's flipping you off right now. Ah, and he's happy about it. He has spotties and little stripy energy. He has dangly bits. He has so much personality. I freaking love him. Did I finish any from previous weeks? I technically did, but not last week's. I finished off Suicune, Icarus, and Skarmory got posted up to Patreon. The other 5 in the queue, I've had to start a queue, are still lurking in the box. I think what I'm going to do is give myself permission to work on them out of order, though, because that Houndoom is the biggest creative block I've encountered in a very long time, and it's holding me back from just chipping away at the others. So, by the end of this stream, we'll have 7 in the queue. I'm just going to do them in whatever order feels convenient, and Houndoom I will work out. I will work my way around to Houndoom again. Because, I think my problem with him is that I think I've mucked up the proportions of the body, and so I really need to restart that bit, but that feels like a big thing to do in a time when, like, there are so many of them in the queue. So, and also, sometimes I feel like I've committed to certain shapes if I show them on stream. Because, like, what if somebody loved the dumpy sausage? That became, like, he's just a little sausage boy. And maybe that's cute on a Houndoom, but it's not true to Houndoom either. Ooh, it's not carnivore, it's Carnivine. Oh, Oscar, yeah, oh, maybe you've done that on purpose. Percy, Oscar, Frank, Percy the plant. Can't forget Seymour. Seymour's a good name. So all of these are good names, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's because he's on the Seymour diet. He sees more bugs and he eats them. Ha! You're a good friend. He laughs at all my jokes. He's just so friendly. Oh, I'm not writing any of this down. Hold on. MR6. You call him Nya. Right, I'll finish this row, maybe even this piece. You guys keep negotiating names, and I'll let Mr. Bones tell me what the top 4 are. So he's the one you got to convince, not me. He does have Cookie Monster vibes. It's just a very fun, happy energy. I don't know who Frank Oz is, I'm sorry. You're now imagining unfinished Pokemon with half of its pieces in line. This bucket. Basically at the end of each stream I make sure I put all the colours I need for a particular Pokemon in the bucket. And normally that's only like 6 colours across 2 or 3 Pokemon, and that's not a big deal. Whereas like to work on any other project I keep having to like take colours out of the Pokemon box, and that's how I know I've got a problem. The idea is that means I can grab that box and go to whichever part of the apartment I'm going to work in, and it's got the stuff in it, but recently it's reached the level of it becoming a problem. So it is a priority to like chew through some of that backlog, but I'm just not quite there yet. Oh, okay, he voiced Kermit. He created the Muppets. It's not easy being green. That's my Kermit the Frog. Oh! I feel like Kermit the Frog's always panicking. I think that's a good width for your head. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought, looks like I know the Muppets overall were Henson, but I thought Kermit was specifically Henson. Oh, he was the Waka Waka? Okay, that makes more sense. That makes sense as well. But honestly, there was probably some crossover between the two. Yeah, happens. Percy was a puny poinsettia? Frank Oz voiced Miss Piggy? Okay, so he was a prominent voice actor in the Muppet community. Very cool. Percy the plant, Seymour, Frank, and Audrey. Now you'll note that I'm specifically saying plant. That's because if you've ever had your speech corrected by a precocious 3-year-old, you let the lesson sink in. Don't know if he's watching at the moment. If he is, hello. But basically, I said plant in front of said 3-year-old, and he said, no, plant. I'm like, okay, plant it is. I gotta tell you guys, I'm reading this name list and all I can think of is this guy just coming up and being like, let me be Frank. Ha! Because I am! So wrangle your teeth for a second. I'm getting distracted. Mr. Bones should not have brought you in, buddy. I mean, it's a good thing that he did, because you're cute and you're adorable and I love you so much. And you're an excellent example of why the Carnivine effect became a thing. But also, you're a distraction. Seymour Frank is such a serious name for him, though. Like, that's just the name of a dude. Don't you eat him? Hey! Blah. He's dead now. Maybe he's got like that hognose energy where he's playing dead. Just like, no, I died. Again, just letting myself get real distracted. The Carnivine effect actually happened to you with spiders. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, sometimes like... Yeah, sometimes it's possible to break through the layer of this thing makes me uncomfy You don't have to break through it, but like just sometimes it is. And just be like, oh, you're just a little guy. And like sometimes when you can break through and see the little guy, they suddenly become just like this adorable little creature that's just living its adorable little life. And sorry, I think I've just explained my entire fascination with making like bugs and such. Oh, Frankenvine is cute. At least this stream you're not on the one being eaten. Andy, shh, don't remind them. Tosses revive at Carnivine. Oh, night, Coletti Spaghetti. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, I'm starting the poll. Because I feel like we've gotten a good crop. Start a poll. I like Frankenvine. It's a guy, he's such a dork. You just know he likes to say, let me be Frank. And then he looks at you like this, like... just like straight down the face. Alright, Frankenvine. What else? Percy Plant. Percy the Plant. Percy le Plant. Percy no Lant. Lant. Keyboard add option. I don't know. I think Seymour is, like, I get the reference that's being made, but I think Seymour and Audrey are just too serious of names for them. I'm going to allow Frankenvine or Percy the Plant. And sorry, guys. You have come up with options, and normally I try to be a little bit more lenient with it. But I just, like, I want him to have a more fun name. And so, like, Percy the Plant is cute, and Frankenvine is fun. So, like, those are your options. You may pick one of those two, I think. But I'll keep my opinions out of it when it comes to naming Hitmontop, okay? Oh, and we have a current name list for the Hitmontop we're working on. Even Steven, Libra, Balance. Oh, Balance, I get it. And Beyblade. Toppy. Well, it's kind of like naming like a small adorable child. What's an example of what I'm talking about? What's a really serious grown-up dude name that like you couldn't give to a baby? Like Graham. They're like, imagine naming a baby Graham. No offense to Grahams out there, but it's just like here's little tiny baby Graham. It's like, no, Graham's the name for a full-grown man. Like, and I understand that when you're naming a baby, you are naming a person, right? There is a that's a serious responsibility that should be taken very seriously, but at the same time, baby Graham?
Peter.
No, Peter can be like little Peter. It's Petey. Like, that can be cutified. I was
Robert.
like, I was going to go with Gertrude, but then Gertie is adorable, and Gertrude's kind of cute too. Robert can be Robbie, Bertie. Like, they can be cutified, whereas like Graham is just like, no, that dude has a beard. He came out of the womb with a beard.
And a monocle.
And, yeah, okay, I'll allow it. So it's like...
Oh, I came in to warn you that you're currently megapoding him.
Am I? His body's like this big.
Okay.
I think I'm okay, but I appreciate the warning.
Cool.
See?
Okay.
Someone's doing their job.
My warnings may not always be correct, but they will always be provided.
There will always be warnings. Harold. Harold. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, but then Harry. Harry's a name for a kid. Graham cutified his Grammy? Yeah, no. Wait, is that a thing? Sorry, I'm not trying to like... Absolutely, I feel like I'm teetering dangerously close to bullying here, and so I do not wish anybody to feel bad or worse about their name because of me making flippant comments on the internet here. My point was more just like giving babies... I can't even remember how this relates to Carnivine, but you don't give like babies very serious grown men names. It's just, it seems weird. Graham Cracker is a cute... Okay, yeah, no, that's an adorable nickname, Donnie, you're right. Okay, I've been sold. Hank. Well, I was originally going to go with Keith, but I even think like Keith has kind of had a little bit of a resurgence into names. You know what name I always liked? Frederick. Always liked that name. Sorry, I keep seeing him from this angle and he just looks like he's really surprised. Ah, he's Kirby facing. Ah. Womp womp. Topsy-turvy isn't a name already. It's a rather decisive poll. It is a very decisive poll. Admittedly, I already pre-limited the options, so it's probably on me. Carnivine's name is now Frankenvine. Excellent. Thank you all for naming him. He likes his name a lot. Bye! Ah! This is how he leaves the room every time. It's like a Miss Piggy thing. Yeah, Frankenvine won with 91% of the vote, and 9% went to Percy the Plant. And I want you to know that both options were valid, and thank you for picking and taking the time to vote. I'll go once more down, and then we'll start closing off the head. Yeah, Frankenvine really just overtook. Night, Rachel! Thanks for hanging out. And also, welcome back to the replay! Baby Desdemona. No, because like that could be baby Desi. Mercutio. You can't name a little baby Murky. But Cutie would probably come out of that one, like Mercutio. Or do that thing when you like end up with a completely unrelated nickname. Yeah, absolutely. I can move the eyes one more stitch apart. That's fine. No walkers. I have put them very close together. You are correct. Let's see. It would be this one here. We reckon that's better? You know what? You're right. I think that is better. Okay, the downside to doing this is that I'm not going to be able to give... I hate when I have to like snap eyes in and there's no like nominal features for me to be like, they're here. But I don't know. Anybody who makes these patterns, I warn them. They warn them that they have to be confident, be able to make choices. 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes, row 5. And you know what? There's going to be rotational symmetry to everything else. So as long as they like work out which side is the long side, either one should be okay. Because like the body is just a ball. There's no shaping or anything there, so it should be okay. Eyes, row 5. 2 to 3 stitches between. And now we will narrow things off. I don't know why I'm whispering. I gotta talk out loud. It's kind of part of the job. Mercutio could be Mary. Yeah. Doug Topperdome? From the Dimsdale Topperdomes. Rotato? Mr. Bones, can we put Rotato on the list, please? Because it rotates like a potate. This is important. Rotato, Libra, B-Lance, and Beyblade. No, I still think even Steven needs to be in there as well. Rotato is very, very good. Hang on, I'm just going to go revisit the name of Hitmon Chop and Hitmon Kick, whatever the name is. Sorry, I'm having a moment. Hitmonlee. It's not Hitmonkick. Come on. Where are you, my little Hitmons? Okay, so Hitmonlee we named Kick and Nugget. Hitmonchan we named Hitmongroot. We just named Tyrogue something very good and clever that I wrote down on a different page. Rugby Bob. And so the name Rotato is just like strangely perfectly part of this family. It's such a good name. Rotato! Okay, and we're down to 18. I need to close off aggressively. And this is how we do that. Current name list. Rotato. No, put even Steven and all the other ones back on there as well, because they are all valid good names. I need to stop and snap the eyes on. Hold on. I also love the name Rotato, so I hope it wins when it comes to the vote. I believe in y'all, don't split the vote. Reference to Patoo! Oh, potatoes! Sorry, yes. Excellent, I understand. You want to make it Rotato. I get it. It took a second, because I see Potoo and I think of the bird. But no, I can be taught. Eventually I do catch up. Sometimes we have our moments, sometimes we have our days. But like eventually I catch up. Mods. Mr. Bones, you are being a very sassy skeleton today. Mr. Bones is the original baby snark. Do. You're welcome. You're doing a great job. He has a hand puppet, which is unfortunately a power that I have given him that has made him unstoppable. You want to do some faces for him? He's happy. And he's sad. It was an attempt I was making at one point to make a Patoo, but it ended up in a project bucket. You want a treat? It ended up in a project bucket and he fished it out and turned it into an actual little puppet, and now he uses it a lot. Oh! Complicated Stream's Greatest Hits. That's a good name. I'm going to use that for the stream. Thank you. It's a better theme than what I came up with. Yeah. That is a very wonderful pun. And the good news is that after this, there was only one like Peoplemon on the board, left on the board, and you know what? It's not even that peoply, which means that we are full creature from now on. So buckle up, everybody. It's gonna be a ride to the finish on this one here. And we've managed to preserve a lot of like the really nice round simple ones, which honestly probably is why I've ended up with so many in the queue. It's because like I used to ration them out and have like a simple one and a complicated one so that like they were easier to get through, whereas like these days I always do like medium complicated ones. And I'm doing that on purpose because I think it would be cool to like finish off this gen with not like one big cool one like we did with Gyarados, but to like do a bunch of little ones on stream and just like go through like maybe 5, you know, like in one big hit. And so even though like technically we're behind in our timeline right now, overall I actually think we're clocking in okay, because those little ones, they're going to be an hour each, in my opinion, most of them anyway. Also, I just like having a board to taunt you with. And it's nice to have it there as backup in case we do ever have like one of those just weird streams where I just don't have it in me that day. I'm sorry, somehow we worked our way back around to the last unicorn. Aw, you didn't like the tree, Angry Bear? But there's nothing more immortal than a tree's love. Yeah, Mr. Bones had a hard time with that tree as well. Oh, Night Faith Soul Pyre. Thanks for hanging out. You want me to put him on all fours and make him a unicorn? I won't be doing that. But thank you for the idea. Now, is your body the same width as your head? No. I think that's actually about as wide as you get. What's with this face? Hi! Arius 2011. Welcome back. We're here most Sundays. Occasionally I miss one. And we have grown past the point of beating myself up about it. Oh, Dazed is going to bed. Okay. Night, Dazed. Oh, right. Keep us alive. All right. I understand. I understand what was happening. Thank you for watching Dazed. Faith, stay where you are. You have not been dismissed. It's proof that teething is dangerous? Tree hugging is dangerous. Okay, I was gonna say teething is just kind of a process. I don't think it's optional. Tree hugging you can. It is optional. Just like maybe trees need love too. What needs to be smaller? Hydrate time, thank you. I have not been hydrating properly today. There we go. Normally I've finished one of those by now. Whew, gotta work on that. I didn't put a stitch marker in. Arius. Okay, or Aries. Alright. No, I'll try to remember Arius. I make a good faith effort, but admittedly I do muck up names sometimes, and I'm trying to be better about apologizing immediately or drawing attention to it and just like kind of going with it. Because I heard somebody say at one point, not here, but like when I was lurking in someone else's stream, that every time someone says their name, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, and it kind of makes them self-conscious about their name. And so like, I have that in the back of my head, I'm just not good at like, not immediately being like hesitating before I say things because I don't want to, yeah. And sometimes people are quite intense about how their name is pronounced, and they should be. It's how they're identifying themselves, and names can be way more important to some people than others for a variety of different reasons. I don't have a strong emotional connection with my given name, so it just sort of is what it is. But like if somebody, like I identify a little bit more with CK these days, which is probably a problem because that's my like business name. It's so I can like put down the work persona at some point and be who I actually am. But I don't know. I think I'm more likely to correct somebody on their pronunciation of CK than I am on my actual name. Trees eat blood and bone. You think they have enough love? No, they need blood, sweat, and tears. The bones are optional. Managed to during your life. Name backwards. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so like, alright, okay, cool. So it's a name you have chosen for yourself. That's good. Alright. It's probably going to start sounding like arrays, the way I say it. So, yeah. Oh, let's not go back to Sean. I'm so sorry. Oh, like, I cringe a little bit at that. Like, because well, no, you know what? No, I don't cringe. I laugh. I full body laugh at that. Because, not at the idea of making you uncomfortable, but just like, the fact that I must have spent a good like 20 minutes last stream just like squawking Sean into the mic in just like slightly different accents. I was like, yeah, okay. I think we were completely out of words, folks. I think we had one word left in the bucket. It just kept coming back and coming back up. Hi, Darcy. Have you been here long? It's the first time I've seen you here, I think. Sorry, daiquiri. I'm doing it again. Yeah, no, that's fine, Angry Bear Ironworks. If it's like deeply personal stuff, it does not belong in a casual chat zone. Always conduct yourself on the internet as though somebody is looking at it and wants to use the information against you. With a couple of like, with a little asterisk, and like there is a couple of clear examples where it's not, that's not the situation. This is a public facing room though, so like, don't give people the opening. You have some friends that call you Ray Ray? You've been here the whole time? Been here the whole time. Oh, hi Mitch! And hello to the ferals as well. The body's getting too wide. No, I think it's fine. Good call out though.
Body's almost too wide, but you're also going to have the flaps from the head.
Yeah.
Which increase the size of the head.
Yeah. And like, admittedly I'm working from this, which I've accidentally drawn to scale, and I can see in the sprite, I'm losing my voice just a little bit, he maybe should have been like 9 or 10 stitches around, not 12, but I think he's going to be okay. Like I said, it was a valid call out.
I do like his little bib.
Oh yeah, got a cute little bib. He's the bibby.
The picture there, he looks like he's in the rain.
He does. Oh look, they're both sitting in puddles. He does not understand how to use an umbrella. Picked up your spindle for the first time in a long time and probably managed to break off the hook on it. I feel like that's probably a problem. People say Sarina or Serena. Yeah, I'd say Serena. Is that Ser? I suppose that might come under the Serena, but like I meant like the Ser, or it was like Serena. Serena. I'd just say Serena. That's how it happens. Decreases. How hard is it to get into hand making your own yarn? Just curious. It seems like one of those crafts I would be able to dabble in, but never fully be able to sink into. Sorry guys about the voice, it just seems to be the way it goes. No, I would just cross the 3-hour mark, so that's fine. But I don't like it when I start feeling the gravel. I don't spend enough time talking, apparently, during the rest of the week. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in a bunch of, like, yarn-adjacent things at the moment. Rug tufting has come to my attention. But it's partially because, I can't remember if I've mentioned this before, but a potential sponsor reached out and... Oh, I didn't put a weight in! I can fasten it under the hat. We're okay. Potential sponsor reached out and I didn't end up deciding to go with it, but basically it was to do with like a rug tufting type of kit. As you know, I've never taken a sponsor on the channel. But like it's got me thinking about like maybe working with a latch hook, do some rug tufting or something. Punch needling, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that makes sense. I can't do yarn. Fair enough. I was just thinking that, like, honestly, I was thinking of the absolutely idiotic way of going about it, of like taking, hey, I like these two colors, but I need a color somewhere in between them, and like brushing out the strands and then like reconstituting it by spinning it into like a color somewhere halfway in the middle and going like really custom shades and like mixing yarn, like mixing paint. It's just like, and this is me spitballing an idea that happened like literally 3 minutes ago, so. That's why my internet nickname is not your actual name, but a nickname for which is actually Andressa. I guess that's how I pronounce it. I do remember distinctly being in primary school. It might have been year 5 or year 6 over here, which would have been about 10 or 11. And we had a girl join our class who had moved over from Italy. And I remember everybody in the class having a really hard time with her name because her name was Eleanor, right? But we were having a really hard time because we kept calling her like Elena or like Eleanor, and like we would had a really hard time just saying Eleanor. Obviously that's not a problem I seem to have as an adult, but like as a kid it was hard, and I was like very self-conscious about it because I knew that like I knew Elena wasn't her name, and it really bothered me that I couldn't seem to quite say her name right. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what you've been doing? Doing it by hand is not very successful. Yeah, I assume by like the barrels that you're talking about is like when you like can just like cast it on and it like spins and like shreds it for you as you go. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Interesting. Since I'm allergic to the animal fibers, it would probably be difficult to spin because acrylic spinning at home doesn't seem to be a thing. Yeah, but like, first of all, I want you to know that I take the weight of the advice being given to me very seriously, as like you are people who know significantly more about this than me, even if you don't know that much, which I'm assuming you know a lot. And so like I want you to know that I take you seriously, but I also would just like to point out that like I've never let the idea of like this isn't a thing in crochet really stop me from trying something. It's like, no, people don't do that. I'm just like, cool, let's find out why. As I sit here with a box of crochet Lego bricks sitting behind my head. Like, it's like, oh no, people don't do that really. Cool, let's do it. That makes it more interesting to me. But no, I do appreciate the like the heads up that like, hey, people don't do that, and there's definitely reasons why people don't do things. Okay, if it wasn't Andresser, is it Ondresser? You get that little Andrea type of vibe to it. No, we don't need to have this conversation. It's fine. Yeah, honestly, yeah, no, spinning any kind of yarn at any kind of scale is probably not really something I should sink my teeth into. I should just keep being a yarn appreciator, not a yarn creator. Oh yeah, and clay. Yeah, but crocheting with clay, it didn't work. Could have been the type of clay. I reckon polymer clay might have been more successful. And if I was like, I have stupid fingers. I do. They're stupid fingers. They're clumsy and they can't do like fine, tiny little motor things. And I actually think that it's one of those things where like I enjoy experimenting with different mediums just to see what I can make happen. I actually think crocheting with clay would be more successful for someone with a big clay background dabbling in crochet than it was as someone with a big crochet background dabbling in clay. It's one of those things where I think it was closer to that, and somebody who understands how to like handle clay better than I do would just have a better time. Well, not a better time because I didn't have a bad time, but like I think they would get a better result. Bib. Did I start the name vote yet? We should start the name vote soon. I'm feeling this is going to wrap up abruptly in the reasonable future. Partially because I reach a level where I can't handle one more fibre up my nose. Yeah, polymer or like a clay that's just designed to be like smaller and more flexible. I know there's clays that literally can bake into a flexible, like a plasticky, flexibly form, and it's like something like that would also probably stand a slightly better chance. Just it's interesting stuff. If there was a way to crochet with shrink eating paper and then shrink it, see what happens. That's fun to me. I want to know. I've seen people crochet with wire. It turns out that my stitches aren't consistent enough to make it look good. Last time I tried, admittedly it was a little while ago, but yeah, I've also seen people do that, and it's very, very cool. I've also seen people do phenomenal things with crocheting with beads. It's one of those things where like I understand that I'm a tourist in a lot of people's crafts, and I try to be respectful of that. I would never say that just because I can't get something to look good doesn't mean that it's not a worthwhile thing, or, you know, all that jazz. Is your V too low? Yes, I'm going to take it back one row. Yeah. It's like, like I said, I'm a tourist in other people's crafts. I just like to have a little dabble, dip my toe in, and see what I can come up with. CK, you do not have stupid fingers. I have stupid fingers. I broke myself trying to knit. I still have no feeling in 3 of my fingers after 2 years. Angry Bear! You want... How? Like, I'm so sorry to laugh at your pain and misfortune, but how do you mess up knitting so badly you permanently lose feeling in 3 of your fingers? You know the needles aren't for stabbing, yeah? And you're a blacksmith, you're a craftsperson. Like... Whew. Oh, that's fun. Daiquiri, the fact that you get the fleece freshly sheared off the sheep and alpacas, the lanolin will do excellent things for your skin as well. Be prepared for the smell. I mean, that's just a fact of life. You love trying all sorts of things. You've got like 8 different crafts in your stash. That's what you've built back up after losing everything. Yeah. See, like, sorry, I wasn't meant to be like sounding all perky after reading that sentence because it got a little bit heavy at the end, and I'm sorry that you've lost everything. But I'm glad that you've rebuilt. It takes a lot of fortitude. And crafts. I like to dabble. I've always been like up until crochet, I kind of rotated my way through things. And even then, like, when I first picked up crochet, I hated it, put it down. Picked it up years later, liked it for a bit, put it down, did some other things. Liked it for a bit, put it down, did some other things. Whereas these days I have to kind of juggle some other things with also still doing crochet full time. But, yeah, that is a privilege, really, truly. You felt like you were going to drop everything if you didn't hold it. So, oh, right, so you were, like, gripping, like, white-knuckling those needles. Yeah, don't do that. Even with like a crochet hook, like I barely grip this thing. It's like I have the world's loosest tension. Well, not tension, that's a stitch thing, but like I barely even grip my hook. I get some thumb pain these days because like I'm an old lady, but like I get thumb pain more from writing because of the pressure it puts on my knuckle joint than I do on this, which just like loosely rolls back and forth. I try to think of it as like soft hands, and I know that it doesn't necessarily work for everyone, but it's kind of like this has pins sticking out of it, right? Which might make it dangerous and painful. You can hold it by the sharp end of the pin if you're not using, like, if you're not squeezing it, it's not going to hurt you. Soft hands, I say it to Mr. Bones sometimes when I'm passing in pieces, I'm just like, it's got pins in it, use soft hands. It's like, don't grip things if they've got stabby things in them. It's like, soft hands, and the sharp pointy things won't hurt you. Also, I can't knit because I also feel like everything is sliding off the hook, or not the hook, off the needle permanently. I don't understand why there's not a hook at the end. I know nooking is a thing, but like, and I can't, like, maneuvering the yarn from one side to knitting is a whole different skill set, and I have attempted it once, and I don't see a future where I need to indulge that anytime soon to try it again. Because like, I love how quickly it works up. I actually like it better for wearables than crochet, I think, because crochet can be quite a chunky stitch if you're just doing plain stitching, and that's just not, doesn't really suit the Australian climate, if I'm honest, in my opinion. It still looks good. Like, if you like the look of it, wear it. And like, I have a couple of like little like cardigan-y type things that look good with it, and that's fine. But like, knitting is like more of a fabric thing, and I think that's cool for like trying out different patterns and whatnot. But I can't seem to quite get it to work for me, because like the yarn just wants to not be on the needle, and the needle, like, I don't know how you're supposed to actually, like, I can cast on, but then like, how do you keep it on the needles whereas you're transferring it between the two? Nope. Knitting is not the craft for me right now. But then crochet wasn't, I suppose, the first time I tried it either. The ferals are going to love the smell of the fleece. They are. You are going to not be able to get them off the your craft bag. They're just going to sleep on top of it. The worst you got from knitting is the callus on the tips of your fingers. Yeah, I have calluses along like these part of my hands. A little bit across the middle of the palms as well. But I have quite rough hands, even with moisturizer, just from handling so much acrylic. Okay. What is this? Is this a hand or a... Yes, it's a hand. Oh, name poll. I was doing the name poll. Start a poll. There's nothing to it. Vogue. Rotato. Even Steven. Not Steven even. B. Lance. Mr. Bones. Once again, massive shout out to Mr. Bones for actually keeping track of the chaos that is the name system here. I have a horrible time when I try and do it, and then I end up just making up names to fill in the gaps. But, like, Mr. Bones puts in that effort and keeps track of it, and look at him, he remembers it, even though it hasn't been referenced in a very long time. Okay, so we have Rotato, Even Steven, B-Lance, and, like, Balance, and Beyblade, as in, like, Beyblade. There you are, you may pick. Despite being a 30-year-old man, I've been told I have the hands of a teenage Latina. Okay. I don't know what to do with that statement, I'm sorry. Magic ring is 6. I'll have to watch so many toots, but I have the kind of ADHD where I obsess hardcore on the novelty of new hobbies, so I'm sure I'll get it eventually. Yeah, I'll admit that I tend to fixate on the challenge of solving a craft as opposed to the enjoyment of the actual doing of a craft. So, like, even though I might, like, it used to take the form of, I'll start off following someone else's pattern, but then I'll be like, I wonder if I can make it do this, and then I would just change it. So, notably, I made a Pikachu at one point, way back in the day. I started following someone else's pattern. I realized that they just done just like a square Tato the whole way down. I was just like, I wonder if I can give him booty just by putting these here. And it turns out I could, and then I got bitten by that bug. To this day, I don't like following patterns because, like, the fun of the activity is working out how to make the shape, not the making of the shape. But I also enjoy my big difficult pieces for a combination of, like, the satisfaction of the outcome and yeah, the satisfaction of the outcome and the challenge of working out how to do it. Sorry, yeah. The thoughts are coming further away, folks. Okay, so we've identified Angry Bear Ironworks superpower. Nobody tried this at home. He can take things out of the oven without gloves or anything to hold them, because he has to hold and manipulate steel that is in excess of 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, or that's just over 1,000 degrees Celsius. Thank you for providing the translation for that. That made that a lot easier. Which is, like, he's a blacksmith, or at least I think that's how you identify, right? That's what it is. It's like, yeah. Oh, hello. Thank you for my caffeine. CK, I have the itch to make a massive project similar to Boris and Yarnaby again. Okay, so big. What could be big? What could we do big next? It can't be March. I have to pick a small project for March. This is important. What can we make big? The next thing I'm resizing, like I'm planning on this being the pattern for Thursday. I'm going to do another pass, because this is just a straight up double. I'm going to do another pass and, like, see, like, I'm going to look at some chameleon pictures and see what kind of details I can add to him, to make him more chameleon. But that's hopefully the pattern for Thursday, unless something goes horribly, horribly wrong. If something goes horribly, horribly wrong, I guess I'll treat you guys to another one of the zodiac animals. Probably the tiger. So there's that. I then need, like, just a 1 week video, and I think of them as like a 1 week video versus a 2 week video. So the big projects are 2 week videos where I need a week and a half to film and then 3 or 4 days to edit. Whereas, like, a 1 week video is something I can film in a day and then edit in 2 days. That is beautiful.
To keep him out of the rain.
Yeah.
Just be very careful. The
glue hit you?
The glue's not.
Oh, you've done a little rim around and everything, honey. That is so clever.
Sure. A little umbrella for him to
Look
keep
at
him
this
out.
beautiful little umbrella. You drew all the little lines inside. And it's because I drew this picture, so it's to keep him out of the. Well, it's so he cannot be out of the rain while he can't work out how umbrellas work. 'Cause, like, he's like, "Bah." It's like, this little guy needs an umbrella as well, because for some reason we put them all in the rain today. Oh, I've lost focus. Hey, come back. Thank you. So pretty. It's wet though, so I want to pass it back to you so you can protect it.
I'll put it back in the sun to dry.
Okay. No, I don't want to do a massive tiger. Stop that, all of you. That's so many stripes. Can you guys hear that? There's a big flock of cockatoos flying past. That's the closest I get to seeing animals these days. Yeah, it's only 9 around, not 12. Yeah, no, they were on this end. I caught a glimpse of one. I don't know if there was 2 flocks involved because there is a giant flock of the white corellas around, but I'm pretty sure that they were the red-tailed black cockies. But it was a big flock. Normally there's like a pair that we see every evening around the same time. They must come in for water. But like that was a bigger flock than that. They don't sound like seagulls. Don't be mean to my birds. You have them in the backyard at the moment? Yeah. Do you put water out for them? Maybe some snacks? Do you have the natural trees out there to attract them? Sorry, I want birds. Not pet birds. Birds that choose to interact. That's the kind of bird I want. Who's firing off lasers in the land down under? No, that's just what we sound like down here. It's like, oh, it's 2 p.m. Must be laser time. I have noticed that there is a distinct lack of the sound of bones clacking on a keyboard than there used to be. No. Sometimes he's napping, which is not the case today, and sometimes he's taking breaks because, like, he is here purely in a voluntary capacity, which I greatly appreciate and always have. So, like, if he needs to take a little break, because I think we were all aware that my streams have a tendency to lull people to sleep. It's a thing that happens. We know it. My camera is very... Why am I so low in frame today? I was like, I feel like I'm normally up here somewhere. So yeah, he got distracted by his crafts, which stopped his typing. Yada, yada, yada. Then we went to white, and we did 6 front post single crochet. Bike pump.
Just while you're streaming it.
Reinflate. Now, if it's too hard, it bothers my hip.
Okay.
Because I'm an old lady. Time to air up the chair. It's not that deflated, honestly. Okay, it probably needs a little bit of a pump up, but not a big pump up. And I'm like at a relatively good height at the desk. Normally, I wait until I'm like at this level before it becomes a problem. So. Inflate ball. Yeah, okay, alright. I'll have Mr. Bones look at it next time I'm not permanently glued to it. The microphone has changed position slightly, so that might be why it's picking up less ambient sound from where Mr. Bones is. The mic settings themselves won't change, but I've like moved it like 6 inches back, so it is screened a little more on that side. And that would impact things. I look forward to the last stream I ever do, in the sense that that will be the one time I have my video working, with the color balance working, with enough light, and the lighting is right and showing everything correctly, and the microphone will work just perfectly. It's like, all that stuff, we'll get all of it in a row, and then I'll be like, right everybody, there's no more mountain to climb here at the end. Okay. That's 4 rows of 4 so far. Just need to make sure he can reach the ground, because he has a point. And his arms are a little chunky. They're a little chunky, but they're 4 stitches around. They're 4 stitch tubes. And I didn't want to like go too megapodian with him. Bunny hat for your daughter for Easter. Oh, that's right, Easter is coming. I'll admit that I've stopped doing like really specific holiday projects anymore. Yeah. It was kind of starting to feel really disingenuous because I don't really celebrate a lot of them, and it's not like I don't celebrate a lot of them, but yeah, it's just like when you're not surrounded by like the trappings and the decorations and the excitement, and the day itself is just kind of another day. It's it feels kind of like the same way as like I don't do videos that focus on IP that I don't like thoroughly engage with. Like there's probably a Core Keeper video coming up soon at some point, because it feels like I'm being a bit of a fraud by like pretending that I love something. And yeah, like usually my position's more neutral or unknown. Last stream, that'll never happen. Well, I mean, eventually Nintendo will stop churning out Pokemon, and then I can stop churning out Pokemon, and we'll just see how we go. You had better be ancient when you retire from YouTube. The world needs you for a long time. Oh, thank you, Angry Bear. I appreciate that. It's funny. I was talking to Mr. Bones about the notion of, I don't know, I can't swear on YouTube, or I refuse to swear on YouTube, but it's the notion of like FU money. And I realized that my stance on FU money is that I can have a minimum wage job, and just like if the manager is being a knob, just tell them that. It's like the freedom to have a minimum wage job and also just not care if the manager is being a jerk. It's like, you have to work Christmas Day. No, I don't. Bye. Like, that's kind of probably a sad commentary on the state of the world. But yeah, so like that's what I think of as like FU money. My idea of retirement is also a little bit skewed. My idea of retirement is like, I'm still streaming and putting out occasional videos on YouTube, but I don't have to do it with the regularity to assure financial stability, you know? Like, at the moment, if I skip an upload, and even this is a risky year for me because I'm choosing to skip an upload every month, which is better for me as a person, but it's risky from a business perspective. It's like, I gotta keep feeding that beast. There's always that inherent pressure of like, you have to keep going, because otherwise, like, it's not that I'm afraid that you guys will like abandon ship or anything. It's like little technological things. Like if you don't upload regularly, YouTube is like a little bit more hesitant when it comes to making recommendations and that sort of thing. So it's just like a bunch of like those little tiny mechanisms that are a little bit inscrutable. It's just like, no, you got to feed that beast. Whereas like my idea of retirement is like, I'm going to spend the next 3 months working on a project, and I'll do like a little 15-minute upload every so often to update you guys on the project. Maybe we stream every week still, or every couple of days a week. Just like, I'm just chilling out, you know, that's my idea. Yes, the update just came out. I've already beaten the 2 new bosses. I'm on the quest for the legendary items though. I'm a completionist, and so I have the achievements in Steam, and I've already completed all of the achievements twice now, and they keep bringing out new achievements, which means I have to go back into my completed games folder, like, and do it some more, which is a problem at times. But yeah, no, it was like really, it was cool that there was a new upload, a new update. Waited a long time for it too because it got delayed. Okay. There we go. That's true. I got my upload for the week done, and Mr. Bones walked out at like, it was like, it had to be like 12:30 or like 1 a.m. and he was just like, don't rush through all the new content in one hit. I'm just like, hang on, I'm just doing it. And so he went for a shower, and like I hunted down and killed the second new boss, and I was just like, I killed them while you were away. Yeah, I gotta start a new game because like this latest update has changed the nature of the gameplay. It's a lot more directional. Whereas before it was very much like wander around, and when it occurs to you to go looking for something, you might find it. But you have to you used to have to be really hardcore into like noticing things and like working them out. Whereas like now I do think it's a little bit more campaigny in that it's like kind of pointing you gently. But I think that's going to make it a lot more accessible for new players. And I was playing back when it was just like those, like it didn't extend, like Azios's Wilderness and all of that wasn't in the game yet. It was just like out to that, like that ring on the outside of, I don't know if we call it the second ring. And so like obviously when the game is that size, it's a lot easier to like discover things as you go. And then there's just an Azios Wilderness without the other 2/3. I was like, okay. And then you like thoroughly explore that bit, so you have the luxury of discovering these secrets because it's what the game is. Whereas like now the game is reaching a point where it's so big, that joy of discovery I think needs a little helping hand. And like, it makes sense. You think Terraria has the same diggy dig holes as Core Keeper? I have a hard time with Terraria. I thought I'd like it because of like all of the signs that I would like it, but I got it and I installed it. I'm just like, I can't quite break through the shell of Terraria. Maybe I need to watch some people stream it or something. Night, Harry Chi Crochet. Thank you for hanging out. I'm probably gonna wrap this up, honestly. We're at 3.5 hours, so like technically I owe another half hour on him, but I'm just kind of feeling a little bit like, nah, I think we're good. So let's end that poll. We've named Hitmontop Rotato with 63% of the vote. Even Steven came in second at 16%, Beyblade at 15%, and excuse me, Balance, as in like balance, at 6%. So thank you to everybody who voted. Let's do the reveals. So there's only one reveal left, and it is being kicked in the face by Hitmontop, who I'll leave there for now just because I think it might be funny. So the only other Peoplemon I could find in this generation was Smiggle, the Beagle Boy. Sorry, I will move that sprite out of the way. I didn't think it was going to be quite that intensively over the top. There we go. We're doing top on top. Yeah, so Smiggle was the other option today, and even then, I don't even think he's that peoply. I was kind of a stretch. I heard someone reference him as a Peoplemon over the last few weeks. I'm just like, yeah, okay, sure. So with this, we have removed the Peoplemon from this generation, which means we have 32 Pokemon left, and none of them are people. So that's a real big victory. You just picked up Core Keeper yesterday and you're thoroughly enjoying it. Yay, Bumblebee! I think you're in for a really nice time. I would encourage you to, like what I was just saying then, just like let yourself wander and work stuff out. And if you like, it's not like Stardew Valley where I feel like you can have the wiki as like a companion with it. I encourage you to like bask in the mystery and let it reveal itself a little bit. It's just yeah, have fun with it. It's fun. It's also fun with fun to play with friends. Fun with friends. Mr. Bones and I were playing it together for a while there. Yeah. And some of our little wee ones, so we're gonna go. Okay, night, Angry Baron Works. In fact, good night to everybody. Happy time zone. I will see you on Thursday, hopefully with a chameleon pattern. But yeah, other than that, I will see you next week, hopefully with some of the Pokemon done and cleaned up and whatnot. So, where's my end screen? There it is. Okay. Bye.